from me. How much more do I have to pray? Foolish of me, you might say, I make my way out of this here my way. All reservations I have come to make. It's clear that I'm not going anywhere. Foolish of me, you might say, I make my way out of this here my way. All reservations I have come to make. It's clear that I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, yeah. I've been waiting a long time, just longing for a glance from you. Yeah, a chance to look in those big brown eyes. No telling what my heart would do. Hey, when we met, I sure knew it felt as good as it could be. In that moment, though it felt so good, I wondered why you noticed me. If you gave me just a little time, it would sure ease my troubled mind. Don't tell me that you don't feel the same inside. Don't tell me these are feelings that I ought to hide. I don't care where you came from, just tell me where you wanna go. If there's a chance to be together, that's all I really need to know. Is it real or make believe that keeps me thinking of you? If you've got time to walk with me, I'll show you how my heart is true. And here I stand, waiting for you. Tell me, baby, what I gotta do. Don't tell me that you don't feel the same inside. Don't tell me these are feelings that I ought to hide. Don't tell me that you don't feel the same inside.
dancing. There's no place I'd rather be. Yeah.
she's far, even the neighbors call. But then you rip out my heart, every artery, a part of me. It's obvious to me that you love to watch me bleed. But not half as much as I love when you leave. I hate to see you go. But I love to watch when you're walking away from me. Walking away from me. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I could be anything you want, I could be anything you need. Baby, tell me it's something real, and I'll give you everything. Every now and then wicked smile, you know I can't help myself. They play around with me for a while, keep tearing me up until there's nothing left. Ooh, it's obvious to me. Yeah, you love to watch me bleed. But not half as much as I love when you leave. I hate to see you go. But I love to watch when you're walking away from me. Yeah, yeah. prettiest little girl. She's as pretty as can be. Yeah, yeah. I got the prettiest little girl. She's as pretty as can be. But what I don't understand is what she sees in me. Ooh, I've been drinking too much, staying out all night. I can't remember my left from my right. I'm kinda blurry from my head to my toes. It might seem like nothing, but there's one thing I know. I got the prettiest little girl. She's as pretty as can be. But what I don't understand is what she sees in me. Oh yeah, yeah. Too long, I can't remember the words to this song. I thank the Lord as I'm crawling out of bed. It's another day that I'm not dead. I got the prettiest little girl. You know she looks so fine. I don't know what she sees in me, but I sure am glad she's mine. Whoa, no. when you know you got a good thing that makes me feel fine. Ooh, wherever it leads me, you know it's all fine. I never thought that this could sweep me off the ground. I don't want it to stop. No, I don't want it to stop. I don't want it to stop when it's feeling is good. Feeling is good. Feeling is good. Ooh, feeling is good. I've been running from a dark cloud. It's hanging over me. I've been running from a dark cloud. It's hanging over me. I gotta find me an angel to come and set me free. I need to find me a little sunshine to wash away the rain. I need to find me a little sunshine to wash away the rain. It's the only thing I know that will take away the pain. I've been running from a dark cloud. It's hanging over me. I've been running from a dark cloud. It's hanging over me.
A very warm welcome, folks, to the finale of Dream League Division 2 Season 4. We've waited a long group stage. We've played through two brackets of the playoffs. Everything's come down to this winter. We have two teams remaining, and they happen to be the two that have already secured their spot for Dream League Season 29. But you know what that means. All that's left is a bit of prize money and pride to play for. We got a full best of 5 between, no doubt, the two best teams to grace us this season. Nigma Galaxy up against South America Rejects.
Yeah, one team has the luxury of the winner, the upper bracket, and one team has the luxury. I mean, I don't know if it's a luxury, but they have to work their way back, from the losers bracket. South American Rejects, they were kicked down, by one win initially, but they made their way back here after a long run. But they're here and they're ready to challenge Nigma. Nigma so far, I don't even remember seeing a game where they were actually sweating, in the upper bracket, quarterfinals, the semifinals, and upper bracket finals. They were all pretty comfortable, I would say. So hopefully today we get to see them sweat a little bit against South American Rejects.
Absolutely. South America is hot down there. They're definitely going to bring the heat to Nigma. We've identified that about their playstyle. But before we get into the nitty gritty of this matchup, let's see how it all began. Because, like I said, it's been a really long group stage. But here's the thing, despite all of it, Nigma Galaxy and South America Rejects, they've yet to meet. The last time these players played each other was back at ESL 1 Birmingham group stage. They only 1-1 that series. So as far as we're concerned, this could go either way. As you can see, Group A, Nigma Galaxy, like you mentioned, undefeated entirely. And then for Group B, South America Rejects, they dropped one surprising game to Alice Venturas. But overall, I think they performed as expected. Everybody thought they were going to top this group anyway.
Yeah, I think both teams they were a class above, the rest of the teams during the group stages, and I think during the playoffs, you can kind of see why, they were. I mean, sure, South American Rejects. I think for the first half of the playoffs, they were playing when they were still playing the Wallachia, I think, group stage games, so they were juggling two tournaments in a row. So maybe you could say that kind of cost them the upper bracket quarterfinals match against One Win, because they had to play a lot of games during that couple of days, so they couldn't really perform to what they hoped for, and they dropped down to the losers bracket. But I think this is the final that we kind of expected, right? Just based from the group stage to the playouts to the grand final today. Nigma Galaxy against South American Rejects. They are no doubt the two best teams of the Division 2 Season 4 so far,
Yeah, Nigma Galaxy already talked about their cruise through the upper bracket, really not breaking a sweat. We thought that at least in Group A, One Win might be able to stand up to them, pose them a challenge, but even in that upper bracket finals winter, it was a quick 2-0. It didn't even seem close.
I mean, they had one long game, right? A 50-minute. I think the first game was kind of long, but I don't think they were ever really worried about losing. And I felt like they were kind of in control because they had the faceless void. So even then, that game was kind of not exactly worrisome for them. Maybe that was probably the hardest game. If you look at all their games in the upper brackets, I think the first game against Malmin, that would probably be the hardest game that Nigma played, overall. But I felt like it was still comfortable towards the end because of their composition. And yeah, I mean, we are here, Nigma finally going to meet, I think, the opponents, the grand final opponents that we all predicted, South American Rejects.
Yeah, of course, there's the matter of balancing both tournaments, Wallachia and this at the same time. Both very important, of course, because South America Rejects, they make it here to DreamLeague Season 29. They could rack up some very valuable EPT points to make it to Riyadh in the summer. But that's a story for another time because we're looking at their lower bracket journey here. Being knocked down 2-1 first off the bat, that had to be a pretty rough feeling. But from there, they just climbed, right? 2-0 Alice Venturas, 2-1 Lynx, 2-0 Tenacity, Power Rangers, and One Win all falling by the wayside. It almost feels like they picked up steam along the way.
I think the only game that they lost against Lynx in the lower bracket round 2 was because they had I remember the draft we were casting that game.
Yeah.
They had Shadow Demon and that was that game. That was
Shadow
the only
Demon
game that
Ench, Necro Carry, and then a Pango offlane that just got shat on. That was that experiment, right? We talked about them maybe trying to play against the Slada. Didn't really work out.
I mean, it's also the fact that that Shadow Demon, right? I think we all agree it was probably not Schofield's best hero. He was trying to be super aggressive on it, playing like he's a clockwork, playing like he's a bounty hunter. That is just not a hero that is suitable to his characteristics as a player. So I am not going to be expecting to see a Shadow Demon come up for Schofield, today for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. At least we hope not. And once we got down to the top 4, that's where things really got hairy. It's a bit unfortunate for the One Win team fans because, as you can see, they just knocked down to the low bracket and then couldn't really regain that momentum against SAR. Ended up dropping out at the very last moment. But this is where we have our grand finals, folks. This is a pretty crazy matchup because overall, Nigma Galaxy, across the past maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks plus, they are now on an 18 series undefeated streak. This is a huge, huge streak for them. Sure, you might argue, okay, you're playing against quote-unquote weaker opponents, but we've seen the games, right? As much as these teams can't seem to challenge Nigma, they're still solid competitors in their own right. And then you talk about South America Rejects on the other side. These guys have played over 70 games within this patch alone. So you're talking about the team with the biggest streak right now in this current patch versus the team that has absolutely grinded the patch. They know the ins and outs. They're still testing stuff. It's really going to be a clash of these different sides coming together and meeting where they have yet to meet before.
Yeah, there's also a very, very big clash of styles, right? They are so different. I think Nigma Galaxy, they are probably the more disciplined side, they're more organized. They have, I think, a set way to play the game. They have a Helm of Dominator from the mid lane. They have I would say like a pretty greedy carry. Like usually he's going to be playing some late gamers, and the offlane is kind of like just like a connecting hero. They let him be on his own devices, and he just decides when he should join the fight. I think they have a very clear setup there. Whereas for South American rejects, it's kind of hard to look and find some patterns, some setup. They are always playing heroes that I think not every team will be playing. They like to just be super aggressive from the get-go. They focus really on lanes, and they kind of just try to run at you and pressure you all the way. They are not exactly too fond of farming creeps on the map. They are looking more to farm heroes, and I think it can be an advantage for them, or in some games it can also be a disadvantage, right? Because they're so bloodthirsty, they're looking for kills all the time, and even too much, and they're giving up too much real estate on the map. So it's not worth it for them to get some kills sometimes in some games.
Yeah, absolutely. I think South America Rejects, they look the best when they can combine those two elements together, right? We've seen some games they succeed in where as much as Wits and Dark Mago are helping out to get these kills, they're also making sure they're farming, they're scaling, and they're hitting peaks that their opponents just can't keep up with. Maybe the sheer amount of games that they've played on this patch alone is going to help them, because Winter, you talked about them picking heroes other teams are just not trying. They just have more experimentation grounds, right? They've tried it more. They've run their hits into new different opponents who've tried different ways of countering their strategies. I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, I saw them 8 picking a Viper. I didn't know that was a thing.
Nope, it definitely is not a thing. I can tell you that much. I think Epic Viper is asking to get counted. This hero is not a hero that can be placed in a bad matchup. Obviously, they might read the hero differently. They feel like the hero is very good against a lot of the meta mids. Maybe they want to just preemptively block some of the picks like Quap. I think Quap doesn't really like to play into Viper. Maybe that was the plan. I wasn't watching the entire draft, but yeah, there could be some reason why they are first picking this Viper. They're trying to block or pre-pick something that's good against something that's still in the pool.
Absolutely. We'll see whether this Viper comes out. You got to go down the list and make sure you cross out everything South America Rejects has been identifying. Folks, this is a full best of 5. We are in for a treat. I know everybody's saying, bring back the Tier 1 Dota. When's DreamLeague starting? Well, honey, it's going to be a week and a half more until we begin those festivities, okay? You gotta enjoy this for now, but not gonna lie, these two teams, they're already in the main event. This is about pride, this is about testing these ideas, and maybe getting a better feel for this particular opponent. Because like we said, Winter, these two teams, they haven't really played against each other in this current patch, in the international setting as well. Kind of gotta get I guess, dip your toe in the water a little bit. See what Nigma Galaxy are stirring up. See what South America Rejects are stirring up. Nigma gonna start with the Beastmaster, the Helm mid potential there already for Noob. South America Rejects answer with a very early Pango, a flex potentially for the mid or the offlane.
Yeah, this is the two picks that I was talking about that define their personalities and characteristics as a team. Nigma Galaxy more on like map control, taking areas, trying to out-farm you, where South American Rejects with the Pango, they are just telling you, I'm going to fight you from minute 1 till minute, whatever, in minute 50, Pangolin is a hero that thrives on non-stop fighting. This hero is very, very good at the moment because, we thought that he was sent to the dumpster, but, after being in the dumpster for 2 months, he's gotten another second chance, with the buffs to Mage Slayer, with the buffs to some of his the damage from the Swashbuckle and the ultimate, the stun duration. This hero is kind of back here. Some people are gonna say, why is Pango just back again? After taking such a short holiday, it is not fair.
It's just like every Dota player, right? You talk about putting the game aside, you talk about taking a short break, and before you know it, you come back. It's just like what happened with Sumail from Nigma Galaxy. Everyone thought he was done. He left the team, and then suddenly, he's standing in for Mouse. Just can't stop it. Dota 2 is forever. But at least for this best of 5 grand finals, there will come a time where maybe Nigma need to take a knee. Perhaps South America Rejects can be the team to bring that heat to them. Some pretty defensive bans here. Treant Protector and Kanka being taken out, showing some respect to Dark Mago's signature hero. Hoodwink will be the selection here, so you already have a really strong offlane duo, Winter.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it's a mid, but we'll probably see him on offlane. The Ring of Health in the Mage Slayer just makes it so nice for Pangolier to be on the offlane. I think before it was kind of hard for you to buy any items that help you with your regen, to help you sustain yourself and staying in the lane, With this Mage Slayer, it's just nice, very nice for Pangolier. Probably one of the best heroes to actually buy the Mage Slayer. And on the other side, we have the Rubik making an appearance again, Rubik and Hoodwing. I think these are two heroes that we see almost every game, as the position 4 heroes on either team. They are clearly, I think by quite a huge margin, the best position 4s of the patch, Rubik, Hoodwing. I think a close third would probably be maybe Lion or Windrunner, depending on which team you ask, Yeah, but Hoodwing and Rubik, they are clearly a class above, I think, most of the other post 4 heroes. No doubt.
Yeah, we've seen Omar bring this Rubik out repeatedly. He's made crazy plays on it.
The
especially
shot, right?
the shot lift is so gross. He's so good at
He
it.
was the guy that I remember the games that we watched together. He was the guy that abused the offensive shot lift very, very well. He would just lift his friendly unit, either a creep or his team a summon unit or whatever it is, and initiate because of the shorter flight time when you have the shot. It's 0.5 seconds. Like it's very quick, If you're not ready for it, you kind of sometimes just fall for it. You just get stunned. You're like, what the hell? What just happened? And then you just die. And you get chain stunned, and that's it. And obviously the saving potential of it, I think one of the best shots on the support heroes right now.
Yeah, the lift distance is going to be so useful into the Rolling Thunder as well. Straight off the bat, you already see South America Rejects. You mentioned it, Winter. Their playstyle is they want to keep fighting you, but Nigma Galaxy further investing into that map play. They have the Beastmaster to start, and now they have 2 supports that can clear the wave, one with decent save, and one that can keep vision control. So the picture's starting to come together already. I guess the question is from South America Rejects, what else do you need to try and counteract this? Because now both supports are showing. Is there anything that you want to go towards to punish the Zeus and Rubik?
It's kind of hard though. I think Pango's probably okay. You want a hero that can kind of jump the backlines, find them, and have the damage to kill them alone. So Pango is, I think, probably one of the best for it. I think Hoodwing is okay too. You can follow up. Your sharpshooter has very long cast range, so I think it's really nice with Pango. Because usually when you have Pango, you want supports that have some kind of long range follow up. Power shot, sharpshooter, those are the kind of useful spells that you want to have. So when you roll in, you go to the back line, somebody can actually just throw a spell from far range to help you finish off heroes, So I think they kind of already have the answers for the supports that are hiding in the back lines, like Rubik and Zeus. So whether they want to go for more, double down on another hero, something like a Void Spirit, something like a Park. But, Alchemist is somehow still in the pool, so it is being picked up, Alchemist and Pango. Very, very disgusting combo. You feed the Pangolier the Aghanim's. So I think this kind of also maybe encourages the Pango to be a mid hero when you have an Alchemist carry. You want the Pango to have higher levels so you can abuse the Aghanim's, on the Alch.
Yeah. I feel like Alchemist went from being the talk of the town to kind of maybe second phase, even last phase pick at this point. We're seeing some teams straight up ignore him in the bans. What kind of happened with this hero? Because I thought it was so buffed, the out being able to share eggs, and it's so broken. It's just fallen off a cliff though.
I'm not too sure though. Some teams really prioritize the hero, some teams don't. I think that's a very stark difference between certain teams that prioritize the hero and certain teams that just think that the hero is manageable. I think conceptually the hero is, to me, I think it seems broken that you can actually feed the Aghanim's, they get the stats, and then you get GPM from it, conceptually, I think that the concept of that is just insane. You know, like you're generating gold for nothing, out of nothing, and you're also giving them a lot of stats. You know, so they can actually fight better. I think it's a huge deal. It's a very broken mechanic in the game, right? One of the most broken mechanic, apart from the lone druid agonyms. That's also probably one of the top tier, most broken mechanics in the game right now.
Yeah, I feel like these things are probably going to get patched out soon. But while we wait, we're still going
Oh,
to have
you never
Alchemist
know,
in the
Mike.
game.
You know, sometimes
That's true.
nothing is broken if everything is broken. And we always talk about this. Maybe they just make some other thing broken. Then you feel like, oh, maybe the lone druid is fine here because there's something else worse. You know.
Yeah, you got so many other broken things to choose from. Why not? But they go for the Monkey King. This is something we've seen RinCQ play quite a bit. It's not late game scaly as much as his other picks like the Faceless Void, Muerta, but I still think it's great because it provides a body for the supports to play around. You can connect really nicely to the fights. It just feels like a hero that's very comfortable for him.
The idea is I think it's picked after the elk because they probably want someone to mirror and follow the elk around during the stages where he's farming his radiance, he's farming the agonyms, you know, for his teammates. I think Monkey King is exceptionally good at just hunting him down and killing him off, right? Because usually he's low in the jungle. He's trying to farm very efficiently, trying to farm very greedily. Then you imagine the Monkey King running around and then GH on the Zeus. Oh, thank you so much, sir. I'm getting XP on the lane, you know. Hey, great, you know, alternate Wrath of God ready, you know. And then your Monkey King, hey, I'm gonna find you out. You can have the last hit GH, you know. This is it feels nice, you know.
Yes. RinCQ's gotta pay tribute to his elders. That's how it works, bro. That's why they pick the Zeus.
I'm just a support player, you know. I'm just a Monkey King. I can't win the game. I can't carry the game. GH, you carry the game, yeah. You're Zeus.
I mean, we joke about this, Winter, but I think we both agree that Nigma Galaxy, they have one of the only position 5s that can reliably call himself a win condition. The fact that South America rejects have banned out 3 of his heroes in the opening phase should tell you everything you need to know.
Calm down, Mike. White Mon on Tundra is also a win condition, okay? It's not,
hey, I said he's one of the few. I didn't say he's the only one. I didn't say he's the only one. Okay. I mean, you're talking about Nigma Galaxy, then Div 2, talk about Tundra, they're over here winning lands. Okay, there's a bit of a difference. But yeah, Nigma Galaxy, they're on their way there, right? With the momentum that they have. Last pick, the Doom, that's going to be the device scaling hero, I get the feeling. And a great counter to the Alchemist. If you Doom the Pango, he's toast as well. The Ringmaster save isn't going to do much into this Doom, really.
Yeah, this game, the save, I guess the main usage of the box would be the Raw, right? The Primal Raw from the Beastmaster. I think other than that, it's not exactly that useful against the other heroes. But Ringmaster, I also think that the reason he's kind of popular right now is because of the laning phase. You have 3 Impalement Arts, 3 charges. His laning phase is so much better right now at level 1 because of the 3 charges. The triple slow, you know. You can't pull creeps, you just can't get away with letting the ring just chase you down, run you down, land Impalement Arts after Impalement Arts. And he's also a very, very strong team fighter, a good follow-up for the Elk stun. You initiate with Elk, and then you find the Wheel of Wonder with the whip behind, and then you just land a very, very long disable. You know? So South American Reject's gonna, I think, finalize their draft with 2 of the best heroes with agonyms, you know, for Elk to feed them, you know, Queen of Pain and Pangolia. And it seems like it's going to be off-lane Queen of Pain, you know. I think Queen of Pain is, at least in my opinion, the hardest scaling hero in the game right now.
So, I mean, explain it to me then. Because if you're the hardest scaling hero in the game, don't you want to give her more resources and put her mid? Because I understand that the Monkey King Pango matchup can be a little bit rough, but off-lane Queen of Pain, and that's not really going to be able to pressure the Monkey King at all. RinCQ is going to have a final time in the bot lane.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Mike. You know, it just depends on how he decides to take his skill points, right? If he's taking poison, the poison might be what Frank needs, you know, to turn the tides of this lane against the Monkey King. He has double range, so it's a Queen of Pain plus Hoodwing, right? They both kind of outrange the Zeus and Monkey King. I mean, I feel like Monkey King and Zeus, they kind of have the same attack range.
It's not the best,
right?
That's for sure. Zeus.
It has to be the same, right? Or very close.
It feels that way, that's for sure. But Are you saying that this Zeus Monkey King, it sounds like such a strong lane, but your prediction is that it's going to struggle against the Queen of Pain and
It's
the
co-op.
Hoodwink?
Brother, have you seen a side lane co-op? Like a side lane co-op is a menace, you know. Like it's so hard, especially on the safe lane. I mean, this time it's going to be on the off lane. So Frank, if they can somehow drag the wave, control the wave, you drag it towards your tower, then you can repeatedly harass with Shadow Strike. That's what you want to achieve, right? On Frank, on the Queen of Pain. This lane can be very, very scary. If you can get the control of the lane equilibrium and you make sure that you always block their pull camps, I feel like the monkey could end up in a scenario where he actually just can't really do much in the lane. You know? So the creep equilibrium is going to be very, very crucial. I think the Zeus is going to play an important role there, you know, trying to help the Monkey King get the wave back. I think this lane is going to be a pretty volatile lane, you know, Hoodwink, Queen of Pain against Zeus, Monkey King. How often do you get to say those 4 heroes on the side lane, bro? Zeus, Monkey King in one lane against a Hoodwink and Queen of Pain, bro. Like how many of those heroes are actually mid heroes, you know? What are they doing on the side lane? Like, what the hell?
What is happening? We got the wrong directions. They didn't set the GPS right, but they both have the same goal of finishing this grand finals with 3 wins for the
Dota
nice chunk
is
of
so
change.
dynamic. It's insane. There's so many possibilities, so many variations. Every game is a completely new game. You cannot expect the same thing happening twice. It's just insane. Yeah.
I mean, that's what makes it fun. That's why we all love it. But of course, Winter, that's what you're here for, to tell us maybe what to expect. Perhaps a first blood onto Wits, already being slowed down, and Omar's chosen to take the lift just to be able to secure this one. He actually denies himself. They messed that one up.
What the hell?
How did they let that happen?
The Zeus,
That's not supposed to happen.
Zeus, bro, he even took Arc Lightning. You know, this spell is not so good for the laning phase, and they don't get the first blood. I mean, this side lanes, the Zeus and the Rubik, they have, I think, already completely griefed the side lanes here by having this skill build, you know, the Lift and the Arc Lightning.
Yeah,
I was just talking about how they're going to control the creep wave. How are you freaking going to control the creep wave if your pos 5 has Arc Lightning, you know?
Okay, I will say that this is not the first time I've seen the Zeus get Arc Lightning, specifically GH. So there were some lanes where he was playing as the Zeus. He actually opted to go for Arc Lightning first. I still am trying to figure out what the idea is behind it. Maybe it's like a Warlock-esque thing where you push the wave.
Yeah,
or...
it's also a lot of value, right? If you're landing it on 2 heroes, like the mana cost to damage ratio is very nice.
Right.
But the downside is always going to be you're pushing the lane, you know. And like you just mentioned, maybe they just want to push the lane, play like Warlock, Fatal Bond, you shove the wave. I think that would be the primary reason why you get the Arc Lightning.
Yeah, we'll see how it all shakes out here as we get into the laning stage. I mean, GH is just on the complete other side. They're trying to full commit Frank at level 1, but Rincy Q, he's the one dropping low, will be able to survive and get the first blood for GH and the deny on the Zeus. So, perfectly calculated. Nigma Galaxy knew they had the damage, and now Zeus with the static field, out trading Schofield for now, but you gotta be careful about the missed chances coming out from the Mistwoods Wayfarer.
I guess it worked out, you know, the Arc Lightning.
Yeah,
I mean, somehow
not as
GH
bad as
makes
we
it
thought.
work. And GH the carry, you know, gets the first bird, so that's all we want, you know, when we're watching the Nigma Galaxy games. How many kills is GH going to be blessed, you know, by his team? Or given, you know, because he's the king of this team. He's the Sultan, you know. He needs to be presented with all the kills, you know.
Yeah. Before you speak to him, you better make a deposit of at least $100 to waste his time. That's all I'm telling you. Schofield, nice double bushwhack, but that won't save him here. The Fairy Fire might just do the trick though. Still slowed down by Frank. The the Scream of Pain will put Rincy in the red. Actually take him really low. You need another deny from your Zeus, and another deny. He gets it again. Well, GH does go down. See, Schofield, he's not happy about that one. 2 kills stolen from right under his nose. That has got to sting.
Do you think it's fair that this mechanic is in the game? Is it fair for heroes that do damage over time, they get denied, you know? This
Well,
Venomancer,
it's just two heroes left at this point, right? Zeus and the Queen of Pain and the Venomancer. I don't think anyone else has a deny mechanic anymore other than Al.
Dazzle. Oh, Dazzle.
Oh yeah. I
can
feel like we
deny the
haven't seen that
poison
hero in a
punch
while.
if you need.
That's true. I think it's fine. I think it's a trade-off for them being so bloody annoying with the damage over time. I think it's fair. And it's a skill thing, right? I mean, so far this game we've already seen 3
Yeah,
denies,
sure, Mike, it's a
which is
skill thing.
hilarious. Is it
Yes.
not? Is it not? How's it not a skill thing?
It kind of is also. It kind of is. You're not wrong, but it's just. It's all the hard work down the drain, Like it's just not
Yeah.
fair,
I get it. You're sympathizing for Schofield, right? He put in so much work. He put out so much on the spell damage, but
Yeah, how
not
would you
netting
feel
anything.
if every game you're playing Venomancer and your kill gets denied? You don't feel good, right? I know you play a lot of Venomancer. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Sure, yeah, but then I just blame myself because clearly I wasn't good enough to get the last hit. Unlucky. Or maybe I need to recruit GH to my game so he plays Zeus and he hits me with the Thunder God's Wrath when I need it. I wouldn't mind that at all. But I just want to bring your attention to something rather painful, Winter. Rincy
Yes.
Q currently 7-0. He is not doing well in terms of the CS at all.
Yeah, I mean, considering how they started the game, yeah. Zeus, he has Arc Lightning, right? So when they got the kill in the lane, even though it was first bird for GH, they pushed the lane out, right? So GH is getting all the XP and gold, but somebody else has to suffer, so it's the carry.
Sure.
It's Rincy, But again, it depends on your perspective if Rincy is the carry or GH is the carry, If you ask someone else, maybe they'll tell you GH is the carry, so it's fine.
Sure. All the other lanes seem to be pretty peaceful. It's just this top lane that has a lot of chaos going on right now. So
Yeah,
far,
this
mid,
is
complete farm
mainly-
fest, bot lane,
It's
farm
mainly,
fest.
it's mainly because they can't control the creep equilibrium because the Zeus has Arc Lightning. Yeah? That was mainly the reason. If the creep is not in front of the Monkey King's tower, or at least in nearer to the tower, he's going to get 0 CS. And right now, I wouldn't even be surprised if he's going to get ganked to this bot lane now. He wants to be useful, so I think ganking Wits on the Elk would be his most useful decision here.
Sure. He does come through the twin gate, but watch for mid. Noob is the one being hunted down. Nice rotation from Schofield. They already ping it out though. An early ward from El Micho. He predicted that this move would happen. Really nice foresight from the side of South America Rejects.
Yeah, the top lane is totally bleeding out kills to the other lanes because the Hood Wing, the reason why he's able to just move over like this is because the wave is in front of the corpse tower. He doesn't need to, Scorpio doesn't need to be at top, so he's free to roam wherever he wants to. And bot lane Dawa is just pulling the wave. GH is here, but Dark Mago is here also with the rolling thunder. Somebody is going to die here.
Oh sheesh, it's a level 6 Pango ganking a level 3 Doom. That is not fun. And the Doom will get rolled over.
Not
Winter,
fair, Mike.
it really isn't. It doesn't feel that way at all. South America Rejects, just the bleeding from the top lane has absolutely extended across the map at this point. I feel like Nigma, you got to try and make something happen, at least start pushing your advantage. Bushwhack tries to pull him down from the trees, but Rincy, he's got nowhere to run. This damage over time will take him out, but the heads-up TP will get him out to safety this time.
Yeah, but does it feel good? Even to
Absolutely
TP back
not.
to base like this, I feel like maybe
Raw
you just
here,
rather
that's
die.
gonna feel good though, Winter. The kill onto Dark Mago, at least Nigma Galaxy able to connect their both support here to the mid lane to make that one happen. That's not too bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Noob
look
is
at
going to be
Monkey.
the primary way that they get kills right now. Like the supports are gonna have to follow him. He gets his helm, and then they have to really play through him. Rincy's got a lot of catching up to do on his Monkey King.
Just gonna hope that Noob can create that space for him. But it's not like Dark Mago is doing badly either. Up until this point prior to the death, he was actually pretty well off, right? He's on his way to that Diffusal Blade, just need about 2k gold from that. So probably, I'm thinking if things keep going this way, maybe like a 10-11 minute timing for him. And that's when South America Rejects are really going to start rolling.
I think Omar is going to be a problem too, like with the helm, the Overlord coming in. And GH somehow, how does he do this? How
What?
does he actually just walk? What the? I can't believe he actually just walked in from the triangle and just gets the shrine.
Wait, where the hell are South America Rejects? Why are they not here to respond or anything? It's 7 minutes. Did we
They
get
want
the time
kills.
wrong?
I told you. they are thinking only for the kills. They are not thinking about the objectives. You're watching a South American reject game.
I know, but the level 6 is so damn important on the Hoodwink and the Ringmaster. You're not going to have that available. I'll tell you what, you have level 6 available on Frank, and he's trying to put it to work against the Vi. Omar's here to try and bail his buddy out. The stun will still come through, timing slightly off the mark, and that means Sonic Wave should finish the job into Devi. He's trying to look for a turnaround to Wits, but he gets saved. Now Frank should be able to stand his ground, still got to blink at the very last moment, will hang on to it and keep himself up and running. Good patience there from South America. Rejects not overreacting, but Nigma now, they've TP'd in 3 heroes, but they haven't found a response.
Yeah, very, very nicely timed tonic there. Strongman tonic from Elmisho on the Ringmaster, saving the Alchemist. And Noob denies the Arcane Rune. So,
Okay.
yeah, Bengal doesn't get the rune. Even though he's ganking on the Beastmaster, he's also controlling the runes with the boss. And he is definitely by far like one of the best Beastmaster mid players, at least for me. I've seen, like the amount of small little details that he's doing right in the game is just amazing.
The early level in the box this time gonna save El Misho back to the safety of his tower. Here comes Dark Mago, ready to roll. The roll will keep him in place and suspend this chase. Nice dodge on the Impalement Nuts. They're still trying to find Omar in the tree lines. Don't want to bump him down to the low ground though. Dark Mago being very careful about that. Wits will stun himself, but this should still be a kill onto the Rubik. They'll get it done. Nigma Galaxy overextending with their heroes. In this case, South America Rejects were ready to respond.
Yeah, they're defending their towers against this Helm of Dawn pressure. The longer they can stall, the better it is for the South American Rejects side. They want the Elk to farm the Radiance. So I think this next couple of minutes, they're going to be a lot more passive. Just wait. I mean, I say wait, I guess South American Rejects, they're not kind of the kind of team that will just wait around doing nothing, even though their Elk is farming Radiance. I still expect a lot of aggression from them.
Problem is, without the Rolling Thunder, you don't have any convincing core to play through. The Elk's still busy hitting creeps. Frank isn't too interested without his own Sonic Wave now that that's up. Maybe you start smoking out with the supports, we'll have to see. It's just Schofield up there with him for now.
He's already committed 3 points in the dagger, so he's not going to be farming too quickly outside of the laning phase on this Queen of Pain.
Still doing nice in terms of the net worth so far. I assume the build is just going to be the regular Kaya into Eggs, just focus on your own scaling.
Probably.
Or maybe you don't buy Eggs. Maybe you just skip the Eggs and wait for the Elk to give it to you.
I mean, you can buy if he's already made his intentions clear that I'm giving the first Aghanim's to Pango because Pango's my favorite son, right? Then you kind of have to just suck it up and buy your own,
Yeah, that's how it is. You can't choose where you're born, right? Your parents buy the favorites. You can't do nothing about that. So how GH is the favorite son of Nigma Galaxy.
Yeah,
Cross him and you die.
You say that, like every parent has their favorite son, There's going to be one
100%.
kid that falls down and then the parent's like, oh, who's that, rushing over right away. And then we see a roll onto an illusion. Nope, that is not your favorite son. That is just an illusion.
You got scared a bit there. Happens. Sometimes you turn a corner, you run into your friend, even if it's your mother. They let out a little shriek. Ah! Didn't expect you there, my goodness. And then we'll take down the Helm Creep. And they'll be able to take down GH too if he's not careful. Sharpshooter lands onto Omar, but here comes the Rolling Thunder on the chase. They look for the Rubik. Yes, pretty greedy, but GH might be able to survive off of that one. They started to ping him out, asking Wits to come on over. Here comes the Alchemist, ready to cut him off. Just need the vision, and we'll get it onto the high ground. GH will get swashed down. They get 2 supports for their troubles here. Nigma Galaxy, they were the ones trying to posture for an aggressive move in the mid, but they get punished instead.
Yeah, the mid tower is also going to get denied. That was the Helm timing on Noob, with the Beastmaster. I mean, this whole game just went out of control because of that level 1 first bullet attempt. The Zeus getting the Arc Lightning, the Rubik getting the Leaf, completely ruining the early game, for Nigma Galaxy. And they don't even get the first blood. And everything
Now they're
just
looking onto
turned on
Noob.
its head.
Look at that damage from the fully charged Sharpshooter. Noob's not feeling too tanky now.
He can't die, I'm afraid Noob has so much net worth on his shoulder and he's the richest core on the Nigma side. I think if he dies even once, the game is just going to just crumble, for Nigma Galaxy.
Saw Sonic Wave come out, just trying to put some pressure onto Rinsey Q. Now they found Schofield. Should be an easy pickoff. Nicely done, Nigma Galaxy regaining some momentum. That level 6 on the Doom, they want to use it.
Who do they want to use it on the most?
I mean, it's got to
I
be
guess
out for Pango, right?
So, even the corp's pretty rich, you know. I think any of the cores feel like it will be like a pretty big kill.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Winter, I was a bit worried about this Queen of Pain and how she'd do, but like you said, an absolute menace on the side lanes. And Frank has just established the top area as his territory. No one really wants to go up there and play. So far, South America Rejects, I can't help but feel like they've done their homework, right? They know what Nigma Galaxy are gonna try and do with this Beastmaster, and they've answered some of these aggressive moves very nicely. They're the ones on the prowl of the smoke now, Rolling Thunder available, wanting to try and use their Alk as a bait. Teams missing each other at the moment. They're on opposing sides.
Oh, I mean, Nigma is also trying to figure out where are the enemy heroes.
Too late. Thunder God's Wrath spots out Devi, and they were just...
There's no point in spotting them out when you have no escape, when you're surrounded.
Yeah. And Nigma Galaxy, they're not really in a position to respond there. South America Rejects, Winter, I'm getting the feeling they're kind of one step ahead of Nigma Galaxy at this point.
I mean, with the start that they actually were given from the laning phase, I felt like their heroes are just going to snowball out of control. You know, you have this Pango, you have the Hoodwing, you have the Corp. These are all very snowbally heroes. You give them a pretty decent advantage from lanes, they are going to just crush you. You know, take away your map. You feel like you can't really even enter any of the team fights. You know, Doom really wants to use the Doom. Dava is like, guys, can we actually just get something done? You know, I want to Doom and kill a core hero. But the last couple of minutes have just been them running around in circles that couldn't really accomplish much, you know. I feel like South American Rejects, they're doing a really good job just picking very, very good fights, even though they are against a Zeus, which could reveal their positioning on the map.
Yeah, they seem to be the one getting the jump most of the time, while Nigma Galaxy left a bit clueless on where to strike. You're still trying to play around Noob with this raw. Perhaps the AD rune would have netted them something. But Nigma Galaxy, they just haven't really been able to wrap their hands around any of the South America Rejects heroes. They always feel just one slight screen to the right, maybe just out of reach. And even though this Doom last pick works nicely in theory into the Alchemist, I kind of feel like it's not doing much in this game right now. It's just kind of farming, it's not doing well in terms of the net worth. Devi isn't able to provide much to the lineup.
I think the best thing he can do right now is just hit creeps. Scale. They can't exactly fight.
I mean, is that the plan then? Should Nigma Galaxy just hang back, chill, and farm up? Because their scaling is not too bad, right?
I mean, it looks like that's their plan, you know, but it's not like they kind of have a choice, you know. I don't think they really have another option given the start of the game. And they have to sit back, farm, trade against the Elk, even though you don't want to. Yeah, and just hope that in the late game, your Doom can kind of deal with one of the cores, you know, or even two of the cores if you somehow manage to get a refresher. This is going to be, I would say, a pretty long game, you know. It's shaping up to be one of those games where both teams are going to be very, very farm heavy. They're going to be looking at making plays only when it's safe, you know, just playing the odds, you know, making sure you don't have to take unnecessary risks, you know.
Absolutely. I feel like you look at the Nigma Galaxy heat map, they've been circling around this mid area, trying desperately to find a hero for what feels like the past 3 minutes. Now trying to come through with the Helm of the Overlord, creep Noob. Smoke's gonna break onto Schofield. It's an easy raw. They'll just throw it on out, steal whatever they can, and get on out of there. Still doesn't stop the fact that South America Rejects, they're at a 7k gold lead, despite that kill.
I mean, how much of that would be out, eh? At least like 2,000 to 3,000.
Yeah, least. Probably more than that if I'm being honest. 11k net worth right now on the alt. That's pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, if you get to print your own money, it's always going to be a plus, you know, having one of those heroes on your draft.
Oh, excellent scan there. You can tell South America Rejects, as much as they're enjoying a lot of the map, they're being very careful, worried that a Nigma Galaxy gank might come their way. They preemptively scan, spot out the Vi, even throw out the Impalement Arts just to scout out the immediate area. The first Aghanims granted now to Dark Mago. He's got that upgrade. This Pango is absurdly strong right now. And looks like South America Rejects might want to take advantage of this timing. Maybe back up for a smoke out. Don't want to get it broken by GH though, that would be awkward.
So is it safe to say Dark Margot is the favorite child of Wits?
Yeah.
Or Wits is the child? I don't know.
No, Witz is the younger. He's just asked to, when you
So
when you
is
go
the
out, you want your
adult
first.
bullying the kid?
No,
Bro.
that's what I'm saying. When you're growing up as a teenager, you go get your first full-time job at like a coffee shop or something. You come home, your mom says, "So how much did you earn today?" You say, "Okay, I got $100," and then your mom says, "So how much of that you gonna give to me? How much do I get? I raised you. You wouldn't have those arms
That
to
is
make the coffee."
precisely how the kid will learn to lie. Well, hey, wait a minute, maybe I should,
Maybe
keep
I
this to
should
myself.
falsify the numbers. I wasn't working at all. I was just out playing with my friends.
Yeah, I went over to Jason's place, we sat down, we had a cup of coffee, we had a cup of tea. We talked about Iron Man, that's it.
Yeah. That's what Nigma Galaxy are trying to sell to South America Rejects right now. Oh, don't worry, nothing's going on. No way we're in the roach or anything like that. South America Rejects, they won't fall for it though. They've already picked up GH, but they're not
They
going
know.
towards the
How
pit.
could they
It doesn't
know?
seem like they know. Rincey's gonna break the smoke. Schofield's got
He
a
has a
fresh
gem?
gem.
What
At
the hell?
18
He has
minutes.
a gem?
What the hell indeed. Darkmago might just get doomed here, but saved by the box. So nicely done. Here comes the Wukongs from the backline.
Nice
Beautiful
back tap.
Boundless trying to hold this Pango in place, but he's able to walk away, and a Sonic Wave on the back. You shout at me, I shout at you. Noob returns the favor, and Frank will go down on the front lines, but this is not too bad of a fight for South America Rejects. Darkmago coming back in with the Rolling Thunder, now looking for Rincey. Noob, he had to back out of the pit. He was not feeling safe to finish off that Roche. And even though South America Rejects did not know about the attempt, they still win that engagement anyway with some nice plays.
Bro, South American Rejects, they were around 10k ahead, and that fight was that close, Like Nigma,
Yeah, that's crazy.
they have somehow miraculously found a way to almost win that fight, with the Doom on the Pangolier before he got his roll off, and then the Monkey King hiding behind enemy lines on the tree just came down with a very, very nice double stun into Wukong. They somehow managed to win that fight, like almost, even though they're so far behind. And they still, if they can get the Roche, it seems like they're just gonna get it,
No ultimates
10K
available left on
behind
South America
and getting
Rejects.
the Roche. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, I guess the gold lead doesn't matter when your heroes are spiking at this stage anyway. Nigma Galaxy, they didn't have the start that they usually do with this Beastmaster, but it doesn't change the plan, right? They still want to take your space. They still want to grab these objectives.
Look how big that Doom was, from Davai. He understood that Pango was the one that's given the Aghanims, so he's the biggest target you want to Doom. He is 15k net worth on the Pangolier. So if you Doom him, you essentially lose your 10k advantage on the South American Reject side.
Yeah, you actually gain a 5k net worth advantage because none of that net worth is doing anything for the Pango. That's a really good response here. Of course, this Doom isn't going to solve all of their problems. Eventually, the Queen of Pain...
What? On
It seems
earth?
that way.
This is the freaking first time I've seen a team 10k, 11k behind, 18, 19 minutes in, and they get the Roshan, and the team behind is getting all the objectives. What?
Yeah,
on
I don't-
earth is going on?
Well, I guess they're trading, right? Because in all this time that Nigma Galaxy have now spent, Frank has that Aghanim Scepter gifted. So, Wits, he's done his job. He's gotten Aghanims for his two other cores. Now he's building up into that BKB, perhaps wanting to get involved in some fights. But yeah, this is some really strange stuff. And GH is going to steal his second Wisdom Shrine of the game. Both these teams, completely different priorities here, Winter. Like you said, South America Rejects more obsessed with the kills, more obsessed getting with their Aghanim timings. But Nigma Galaxy, despite being behind, the whole map is theirs.
I don't know what's happening, I think Nigma is just really good at understanding how to play around this deficit. They are very, very good at, I think, playing the map, spraying their heroes around, absorbing or vacuuming as much resource as they can on the map. I think it's very, very nice to watch how they, spit their heroes out on the map. Sometimes somebody will die, but most of the time it's going to be the supports dying. It's very rarely any important heroes dying.
Yeah. They've been able to help Rincey. He's not doing too well in terms of the net worth, but he's now found a little bit of space to at least work towards that Desolator post-Mage Slayer.
I feel like maybe this just means, right, this Beastmaster hero with the helm is the way to go. Because even if you build X, right, can you even, get this much work done? I can't say I think the axe will be better, you know. Raw.
Raw.
To Elmisha.
Misho's in some trouble. He's got Strongman tonic himself, stay alive for now, and even box himself. Duma onto Frank. The Queen of Pain's in trouble now. Rolling Thunder stolen by Omar. They're on the chase, Frank. There's no way he's getting out of this. Surely will get knocked down, but it might come at a cost. The Vi on the front lines caught out now by Wits. It's an even trade off lane for off lane at the moment, but things are getting messy. He managed to kill off Schofield. Omar, he's got some stylish moves, but not good enough to get out of this engagement. 2 for 2 exchange, both teams trading evenly. And you got to remember, Nigma Galaxy, they're the ones at a deficit here. So the fact that they're getting these trades even, that's fine for them.
That's some crazy execution. Getting the Doom on the Queen of Pain. She couldn't do anything.
That thought, Winter, Noob might be in trouble. Could just lose the Aegis and the second life.
He's fine. He's fine, right?
Okay, I thought the rest of the South America rejects were going to come in.
Always buy your insurance policy, you know, Mike.
Yeah,
just in case something happens to you.
That's good advice right there. Sound advice.
Yeah, very sound. I know you appreciate my advice a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here to give.
Thank you, thank you. Well, is it something that South America rejects are doing wrong then? Because they're farming on the out, they're having a good game on their cause, but they can't really seem to match the amount of map that Nigma Galaxy are getting. What is this?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're gonna try Rolling Thunder now. Noob should be able to walk this one off. Roll the Pango in place.
No, he doesn't want to lose this.
You've got to be careful. Still no
okay,
Doom.
yes.
Frank's gonna come in as well. Dark Mago, he's playing without fear. Nothing really to be afraid of, it seems like. Nigma Galaxy, they're the ones on the run. They just can't stand up into this overwhelming power of South America rejects right now. And this is what more like what we expect, right? 12k gold lead, you can charge at them like this with impunity.
And there's also the fact that they didn't have Doom, right? No Doom. That's arguably your biggest team fighting spell. You need to get the Doom on the Queen of Pain or the Pango.
Yeah.
So without Doom, I think South American rejects, they don't really have anything to fear. They should just run in, you know, like how they ran in just now. I mean, unfortunately, Doom is going to be up. So now it's going to be, I think, Nigma's time to find a move here. They don't really have the Aegis anymore, so they won't have that extra life. But I still feel like with the right jump and with the dagger coming in on the Doom, if you can actually just Doom either the Pango or Quap. Pangolier probably a slightly higher priority because Pango's the mid hero. So you definitely want to be dooming the Pango before the Rolling Thunder comes out. If you can do that, Nigma will be in a very, very good position to win the team fight. So a lot will be on the Davai Lama's Doom, you know. He's going to need to find the right hero to get the Doom off in the team fights.
Question is, can GH give him the vision? Can Noob set it up for him? So far, South America rejects. They've done a good job just dodging away.
Cannot, you know, it's more about want or do not want. I mean, you just click the R button, you will show him the heroes, you know.
Sure, but sometimes if you show him the heroes and they're one whole screen away, it's not like you have a way of getting in there. You blink in, you might just die. That's what happened to Devi the previous time. Tried to chase on to Frank, went a bit too far. Physical damage from South America rejects.
Is more important than your own life, you know. As long as you get the Doom off onto the Pangolier or onto the Queen of Pain, that's what matters, you know. I think in one of the team fights we saw, like, I think it was the Roche fight where he got the Doom. They were 10k behind. As long as they get the Doom on the Pango, the whole fight, it just seems very easy, you know, even though they are so far behind. I guess that's the problem with Elk, right? You pull all this net worth on one hero and then they pick Doom, they just Doom that hero, you know?
Sure, but then isn't it a bit more split now? Because he's just pulled the net worth over to Queen of Pain as well. Now you got two heroes above 17k net worth. You haven't even lost a lot of ground yourself.
Time to refresh your Doom.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, he ain't got anyone giving him net worth on Dubai. He has to make all that money himself. And Nigma Galaxy, they're still using this Beastmaster really, really well.
What a bummer, you know. One team has Alchemist pulling their net worth, the other team doesn't, right? You gotta force the
like being a
teams
trust fund baby.
Yeah, gotta force the teams to pick heroes to stay even, you know, so that the game is fair. One side has Elk, the other side has to pick some Bounty Hunter to generate gold for nothing.
We did see that for a point in time, right? Bounty Hunter considered to be not a direct counter to the Elk, but basically picked in accordance to, you want to play more gold? I get gold from you, right?
I mean, I only remember every time there was a bounty hunter meta, careers were killed every game for an obscene amount of number of times.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you give it.
I mean, we
one and-
make fun of it, but it's actually a legit strat. It used to be a legit strat back in the day.
I wish they would bring back Bounty Hunter. I feel like his new innate is so
Is it?
uninteresting.
Is he really that bad now? I feel in pubs he's still fine. Maybe in pro games. I mean, the thing with Bounty Hunter is he's always going to have a hard time. doing a
Damago
lot
in the mid lane, getting doomed, getting
Oh my
raw.
God,
The full
too raw.
focus down, but here's El Micho, ready with the save. It's showtime, but it's not you who's the star. It's Wits coming in. South America rejects. It was all just a bait. As long as the Pango can get out and he's surviving for now, Frank's taking the limelight and he's right in front, forcing the TPs out. You have to try and escape Rincy up to the trees, but he'll get knocked back down into the ground. El Micho comes on forward, tames the beast, but Rincy Q still escaping to the side. You need to try and cut him down from the trees. Big jumps away, and the tips come through because Nigma Galaxy know this Monkey King just got away with murder. Despite the support's best efforts there, South American rejects still lose out on that most important kill.
That was a very, very good piece of individual play there from Rincy, using the changing of the guard to dodge around and get the tree dance off. It looked like they were going to lose more than 2 heroes, I'm telling you, when the fight actually went on. There was no way that Nigma was going to walk out there with just 2 casualties, and they got the 2 supports of the South American reject side. There's no way I would think that was going to be like a 2-for-2 fight. It looks so bad.
And the fact that everyone on Nigma Galaxy escaped after that, after the initial sort of brunt of the fight, that was pretty huge.
Bye-bye.
Adam's just been caught out here.
He's
Yeah,
done.
he'll get
He's
chopped down this time. Sharpshooter from long range, Schofield will collect it. Not playing the
Support
bounty hunter,
tag.
but finds a way to pick up the head anyway.
It's what we call the support tax, right? The
So true.
support taking the kill. Gotta get some gold somewhere.
Oh, Wits is still coming in. Onto this Beastmaster. Noob is gonna reflect the raw into himself. That's not what you want. You're stolen spell steal as well. Omar getting Lotus Orbed right there. And now South America rejects. This is what we thought would happen with their net worth advantage. Looks like they found GH as well. Dark Mago has to get himself down from the cliff. Try to TP out and have a way of stopping it. Hoodwink Bushwhack with the blink. How stylish. Schofield gets right in his face, and Nigma Galaxy, the momentum that they had, despite being down, it's completely gone.
The South American region just doing a very, very nice job in the team fights and looking for kills on the side lanes. I mean, it all started with the Davai pick-off on the top, right? They know that Doom is not in the game. They're able to run at enemy heroes. They played aggressive, and here we see the Wukongs being used. Wits, he's unfazed, he doesn't care, He knows Rincy is so poor on the Monkey King that he actually doesn't really do that much damage to him, He's not afraid at all. 21k
This is something
ahead.
that I feel like Wits is so good at. In the games that we see in South America Reject succeed, he always has a blend of taking part and sitting out when he needs to. We rarely see him commit into a fight where he's not needed, and when he shows up, that's when South America Reject sweep. Right now, they're heading for the second Roche. It's looking very much theirs for the taking. And what do you even do as Nigma Galaxy? Your timing is gone, you're hoping for late game scaling, but you're against an Elk who can just make money out of thin air. What options do you have? Maybe try and take a fight, catch them by surprise. El Micho on the back line, first to be focused down, but Rincy just can't commit for it. Nigma Galaxy, a little indecisive at the moment, trying to retreat now. They got the unstable concoction tracing down Rincy Q though. A knock into him on the trees, pull him back down. El Micho there again with the setup. You have the BKB on the monkey, forced to turn it. But the Boundless Strike, that ain't getting you out of here. Sonic Wave is pure pain. And Dark Mago will claim that kill. Enigma Galaxy, I feel like there was no reason for them to be doing all that. They tried to get a bit too handsy with it, and they end up being punished. Now GH, he's going to try and push out this wave, but could very well be caught out. Yeah, the 2 supports on his tail. No way he gets away with this one. Wits on the hunt. Long range bushwhack. That's going to be done. I don't know about this one, Winter. This one's looking rough.
I don't even blame them for trying that type of risky play on that 20k behind. You gotta try something, when they're that far behind. You can't just sit back and expect everything is gonna be alright.
Sure.
Trading pump. Especially against the Elk. It ain't gonna happen,
Yeah, I can see that. It just doesn't feel good though when it ends up that way with your carry dead. And Nigma, they're still trying to play the map, still trying to get the better of their opponents, at least clear out these creep waves to prevent the push from coming. They sacrifice a couple BKB charges, but they will be able to escape on Divide.
As it's looking very, very rough for Nigma here. I mean, high ground defense, maybe they will still be able to find a miracle. You have Rubik, you have Beast, you have Zeus, a ton of spam, right, to push the enemy out.
Yeah.
And if almost still some nice little spells, some Sonic Wave, some stun from the Elk.
Here comes Wits, straight in onto Omar. They're stealing away his life at this point. He can't steal shit. Wits is feeling so confident, just charging in. Tip of the spear for the team at the moment. Straight onto the towers. Now Rincy, he's on the tree. He's going to look to set up a Wukong's command if they're not careful. But you have to know the monkeys in the area. There's only so many places he could be perched right now. Devi's going to start onto Frank. But Devi, he doesn't have a BKB. He used it to escape just now. So even if he wanted to, he doesn't have the privilege. A bit of a disconnected attempt there. Not sure what they were hoping for. Dark Mago will use that magic immunity to get through the defender's gate. Raw comes out. They're going to try and focus him down. Doesn't want to lose the gem, but El Micho there again with the save. Gonna bail him out. And in comes the Wheel of Wonder. Look over here, Rincy. Having to pop the BKB. Wits will go down. No Chemical Rage. Could be risky now for the Alchemist. Has to try and regroup and get on out of there. Surrounded by the Nimbus, he'll be able to deal with that and stays very much alive while Frank full focus on the objectives. He's not swayed at all. South America rejects. They might have tanked a couple of ultimates, but they're still here for taking the objectives.
I mean, that was so strange. Why would he just jump in? I thought he had BKB, and then I'm like, what the hell? He doesn't have BKB. Like, what was he hoping for? Like, he's gonna be able to jump in and come back out alive? Just like that?
No, I don't know. I don't know what that was. Maybe he thought he could bait some sort of reaction for Rincy to get a backstab Wukong's like he did in the previous fight.
That might have been a common mistake that everybody makes. You thought you
think he forgot?
BKB. Then you're like, oh shit, it's still cooldown. Bro,
you gotta remember
like that, you know, if he actually thought
did.
he had BKB, then it makes sense, you know, what he was trying to do.
Sure. Yeah, well, we're not too sure. Doom comes out, Dark Mago again, just saved by the box. I mean, it's not going to keep him alive for much longer, but the Force Staff will help him create the distance. They're still trying to chase down the Pango. Hot on his heels. El Micho will go down for his sins, but they can't take down Dark Mago. I think he's going to live. He survives. Look for the roll. He can interrupt whoever he wants. He's off to the south side while Frank and Wits deal with the front lines. They've gone onto the Monkey King. This game is looking over. Tips come through over and over. El Micho, I mean, he is making them look like clowns. They try and focus down Dark Mago, but the box always comes through to save. Now, this time, Dark Mago, he won't have the box because El Micho is gone, but unlucky disconnects. Looks like there's some lag. A bit of an awkward timing there. I mean, what is that? 7 players disconnecting at the same time. That's not too good.
If you count me, it's 8.
Oh, you're out too?
Yeah.
Okay, well, get back in here. We got Dota 2 to be watched.
Region, so everybody, it's affecting everybody except the Singaporean internet. Apparently, the Singaporean internet is superior to the Malaysian internet.
Hey, the Peruvian internet standing up strong as well. I mean, Glem's still in this game. Don't disrespect that. Glem even giving us the showcase view. You know what I mean? He's kind of flexing on you right now. You need to keep up. Oh my goodness, we're seeing everything. Okay, maybe move away from that one.
Peruvian internet for me, you know. Malaysian internet sucks.
Well, that's far from the point here as we get back into the game. Nigma Galaxy, they are losing ground here as if they haven't already lost it. This is looking over. You got buybacks on these heroes, but it doesn't feel like you can put up much of a fight. You can try now. Doom still 60 seconds. You got 1 minute. You can't buy back the Doom cooldown, unfortunately. Maybe turn on to Wits. It's not the strongest without his Chemical Rage. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, that would be an interesting concept, right, Mike? Buying back the buyback counter.
Yeah, I'm glad they don't have that in the game. Devi's gonna come through, Bushwhack slightly off the mark. You gotta keep in mind that Omar now has that Aghanim Scepter stolen Shadow Strike, so he's putting out a lot of damage. They need to focus him down, which is exactly what Frank is doing. Here's Devi going down, and South America rejects. They make this one look really, really easy. Even Sonic waving the creeps. God damn.
How
okay.
is that GG? there's no GG yet, right? But he's Sonic waving the creeps.
Based. I
And
respect
this is
it.
why this team is so entertaining to watch, man. These guys, they might not have the best discipline, but oh boy, they are entertaining.
Almisha's gonna get caught on the sideline, still keeping himself alive. They fully focus down the Ringmaster. They know he's been a pest, but it comes at the cost of Noob. That is not an even trade whatsoever. The game's gonna end with a close to 40k net worth differential. Frank's coming in for the finishing blow. Look at this Queen of Pain, level 24, with Wits level 26. Finally, surely, the GGs will be dropped and Rincy will be the one to tap out. Nigma Galaxy, despite being undefeated in series across the board this whole time, South America Rejects will be the ones to draw first blood as they go up one game in this best of 5.
Playing here in the first game, But if I wanted to point a finger, Mike, at something that went wrong for Nigma, it's gonna be that first blood, that first blood attempt where they had to take lift on Rubik and outlining on Zeus, kind of, I would say, ruining the lanes. I mean, I think your argument about, I've seen GH done this before, he has skilled outlining for the lane, But as you can see, when he went back to the lane, they just couldn't really farm on the monkey. He had 6 CS, right? You told me at what, minute 5 or minute 4?
No, minute like 3 or something like that. But it's still bad. It's still off.
The weight is too short. They tried to go for a kill. They got a kill in the lane, but then they sacrificed the creep equilibrium, and the Monkey King could never touch creeps. Like, he had to, bro, he's gate ganking because he has nowhere to go. He's not like, he's the best ever team player, he's gate ganking at minute 3.5. He's helping the offlaner device to carry. No, man. He's only doing that because he has nowhere else to go. He's homeless. He literally is laneless. He can't go anywhere at all in the game, so he had to gate gang this early on. I mean, the early laning phase just absolutely horrendous, from Nigma, just because the first bird attempt and the supports took the wrong spells not wrong spells, but they took less efficient spells for the laning phase, and that kind of cost Nigma Galaxy everything.
It really did, and even with all of that rough start, they still managed to get so much on the map, right? It really makes you wonder, is this Beastmaster ban worthy? We'll have the answer to that question after a short break for game number 2 of this Grand Finals.
Dime when I saw you walking by. Something about you caught my eye, yeah. Ain't trying to waste my time, just standing in your line. Gotta take a shot before you pass me by. Ooh, so you wanna be alone for a minute? Well, come on, tell me what's on your mind. I wanna know what makes you happy. I wanna know, can I make you mine? Ooh, I wanna know if you know that I treat you right. I wanna know, can I spend the night? Well,
no smiling that you're still unsure. And I can tell just by the look in your eyes that you've been hurt before. But baby, no one can promise you forever. Right now I only know that we should be together. Because it's now or it's never, so won't you take a chance on me? Well, it's fine if all your previous guys, they made you run away. You can bet you'd only have one regret, and that's if you didn't stay. Walk my way. 'Cause baby, no one can promise you tomorrow. But today you take away all of my sorrows. You know I'd beg and I'd borrow for you, so won't you take a chance on me? Right from the moment we met, I knew that I couldn't let my fear get the best of me. And every moment since then has proven time and again that we're exactly where we're supposed to be.
Look, we knew this grand finals was going to be a good one, and just within the first game alone, Winter, the 18-game win streak has been broken. Nigma were brought to their knees, even on their new Beastmaster. South America Rejects able to outpace them, all thanks to that Wits Agonyms making donations non-stop. This Alchemist, man, this guy is like Santa Claus or something.
Charity, you know. If you give away items, if you give away gold, guess what? You don't get taxed by the government.
Just a moment there, Winter. Do you think it still classifies as charity if you're giving to, you know, your friends or your family, or in this case, your teammates? Because I
And you
sense
get
a little bit of...
every minute, right?
Yeah, there's a bit of conflict of interest going on here, but I'm certain that all of you are very interested to see what happens in game number 2, because surely, Nigma Galaxy, they're not going to take this one lying down. With that being said though, the Beastmaster, it's clear that South America Rejects have a pretty good idea how to deal with it, right? The early game moves from South America Rejects, pretty spot on.
Yeah, the lanes just went too well for them because of the unfortunate level 1 incident. Yeah, I guess it's just... I think this game just actually shows that why every time when there's always a discussion about, oh, if you have to get lift, it's a very common discussion before the game or when you're making a move. I don't want to get lift, you know, to get the kill because it just ain't gonna be worth it for you. And they didn't even get the kill, so it's even worse than that, you know. And it showed the laning phase was just completely unplayable when you have lift on Rubik and when you have arc lining. I guess the Doom kind of still... He was able to play his lane, but maybe he was supposed to dominate more, but he didn't get as much out of the lane. Yeah, but things like this matter a lot, you know, especially for the top lane, you know, the Zeus and the Monkey King just totally got ran over by the Queen of Pain and the Hoodwing. So Nigma Galaxy deciding, enough of that, you know, you're not going to get Hoodwing, Schofield. Please, please, Schofield, pick your Shadow Demon. I beg you, Schofield. Pick Shadow Demon, Schofield. I dare you.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, there was one game of South America Rejects that we casted. Schofield was playing Shadow Demon. Let's just say that it wasn't his best performance. I don't know whether Schofield's really a Shadow Demon specialist. He has a lot of great heroes. Not sure whether SD is one of them. Nigma Galaxy, they finally get their Koto through the bans, and they will very gladly pick it up. We've seen them played on Noob. We've seen them, of course, played on GH. A flex hero this early on, why not?
10 seconds remaining.
So you still got the Beastmaster for South America Rejects to respond with. Slada's out of the pool. You could go early Alchemist, but it feels a bit awkward now. Bristleback's also available. That's another one they've been happy to first pick. Maybe not South America Rejects, but Nigma Galaxy. So, well, what do you think South America Rejects are thinking through here? Like, what are the picks they might be floating around?
Not really sure though. You kind of want to have like a flex. Okay, I like the Quap. Quap kind of dissuades the Kotter from going mid. You don't want to go mid Kotter, but actually Nigma, do they even do mid Kotter? Is it always exclusively GH?
No, no.
That
Like I
plays-
said, they just played it on the like literally 1 or 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, 1 or 2. Oh yeah, they did that.
5 seconds.
So Koto is like a flex pick for them. So I always tell you this, right? Whenever an opponent picks a flex hero, you kind of want to shut one of the flex right away. You know, like the Queen of Pain kind of shuts down the Koto mid flex. I mean, you can kind of still do that, but you're gonna suffer.
Yeah, you were talking
Is it-
about Queen of Pain countering Kotal because every time he tries to blast, you just jump up and Shadow Strike him or something?
Yes, sir. You blink past the Illuminate, throw a Shadow Strike, voila. Please do not go blink Scream against Koto. Thank you.
Oh, we did see South America Rejects run up into this exact situation, right? That's how they ended up losing the one game we saw against Lynx. Kotal mid still seemed fine there, but I guess that was the game with the Shadow Demon Ench, so...
No, I'm
I don't-
telling you, it's the Shadow Demon Edge. You know, it's I don't know if it's so much of the Edge and it's more of the Shadow Demon. You know, just yeah, just not the most Schofield hero.
10 seconds remaining.
When you hear the name Schofield, does it ring Shadow Demon? No. It rings Clockwork. You know, Clockwork is the first hero that comes to mind when I hear Schofield hero.
I'm a big Schofield Tusk enjoyer. I think he's really good on the hero.
Schofield, Tusk, Schofield, Clockwork. Same category, Mike. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I can respect that. Out comes the Bat Rider. It could be a off laner or a support, I guess. I know that El Micho plays it. Schofield, kinda,
damn.
not really.
They have 2 flex heroes in the first 2 picks. Double flex.
Mm.
You will never know what they are doing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I feel like picking like first game, you show Queen of Pain off lane. That's gonna send Nigma Galaxy into a bit of a tailspin, right? Now you always have that in the back of your mind. Okay, this Queen of Pain early pick, probably going to be mid, but what if Frank plays it again? What if Rincy Q just ends up
what if
eating
Wits
shit in
play
lane?
it? What if Wits plays it?
Oh,
You know?
yeah. That's not even the end of the possibilities. You're right. Could get spicy with it. We know South America Rejects, they like to switch things around. So far, they're banning out the Puck, though, and the Pango. The Pango was the earlier ban, sorry. Out comes the Largo.
Wow.
Okay. So that's going to be the Devi hero for sure. That's the only player they've put Largo
But
on
is
so
it a-
far.
Or is it like a support / core flex, or is always going to be the off lane? That is the interesting thing I want to see.
They haven't showed it on any of their support so far.
Because if you pick it, if you don't have the idea of picking it as a support, then it's rather strange that they pick it up so early. Right? Largo is usually I would say like a finishing hero, you know, for the draft, and not this early on, unless you have plans to flex him.
Yeah, I
Like,
can
there's
see what
already
you're saying. Although I don't know whether support Largo is still real. What do you think?
Because you want to follow the co-op and the bat, you know. As a core, I don't know if you can do that, you know, because you just go to the co-op or bat lane, you just dispel them, you know. So a support Largo will be able to do that easily. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. As a shaman. I mean, we'll see what they decide to do with this Largo. And South American Rejects, they respond with the Monkey King right away. Monkey King very, very good against Largo, I think, in the lane. But you do have to keep in mind that he can dispel your Jingu stacks. You know, once you get the stacks, he can just lick and dispel it. And the Nyx to follow things up as well. Very good Carapace game against Koto and both Largo as well. The Carapace against the Frogstorm, so you can easily set up for a gank against Koto and Largo. But not a very common hero, you know. It's a very, I think, South American Rejects type of hero, a Schofield hero. This is a Schofield hero, right there.
Absolutely. Yep, that's Hondo P. That's a Schofield hero. And this is a
Schofield.
style that we've seen South America Rejects put out a lot, right? They'll have El Micho and Schofield on these kind of pick-off setup heroes roaming the map, and then wherever South America Rejects on their cores can connect where it's convenient, then they will designate accordingly. It's a very dynamic playstyle that helps them get these
Bro.
pick-offs that they really like.
They don't connect just because it's convenient. They connect because they want to connect. You know, you think they're one
Yeah.
of those the core players like, oh, actually, you know, I would like to farm my 2 camps. You know, I have 2 camps right in front of my tower. So give me 1 minute. Yeah, no, you think South American Reject cores they're gonna do that? No, you know, Schofield's gonna be upset as hell. You know, if you do that. If he sees a kill, if he's setting up, you better make sure you TP over right away.
Yeah, one key thing about playing with Schofield, you got to keep your eyes on him at all times. He's always ready to strike. Here comes the Faceless Void, though. It is excellent time dilation game, dude. Holy.
10
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
Queen of Pain, Bat Rider, Nyx Monkey King.
You ain't gonna cast no spells, brother. You gotta jump down one time, and that's gonna be the end of you. And Rincy, we've seen him be able to scale into the late game, land these big chronos. Maybe he's not too happy with how his previous game went, so now he's saying, okay, give me the late game scaling, give me a way to influence the game, even if we start going late. And yeah, I think Faceless Void is an excellent pick here, but Nigma Galaxy, I guess the concern is this draft too greedy, Winter?
Faceless Void is not just the ultimate late game. Largo is also an ultimate late gamer, unless
Yeah.
he's a support.
Yeah, but it's gonna
They
take
have
them some time to get there, so how do they plan to do that?
And they have to do well in the lanes. I think lane set wise, Faceless Void, if it's indeed against a bad off lane, I can see him doing really well. But I expect South American rejects to change, to maybe change this. I think they should. They should put El Micho on the bat and pick a new off laner. So they're already banning, right? So Nigma is already prepared for that. They're banning the Doom, they're banning the X, the Faceless Void counters. So they're already ready for this to happen, But I feel like there's still gonna be other heroes that can counter Void in the lane, I think they're still tight. Underlord's decent as well, but maybe not with Nyx. Probably not with Nyx. So I think it's like something like tight. That would be great.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah. They picked the Enigma, so this is also one of the heroes that can counter Void in the lane. But South American Rejects, the instant snap pick Lycan because Faces can't deal with the Zoo in the early game. It's gonna take your towers. You want to farm, Rincy? I'm gonna take all your towers.
Yeah, but we didn't even talk about this Enigma pick. So Zul coming out on the last pick for both South America Rejects and Enigma Galaxy. But this is a mid Enigma, so shades of Tai Lung when he was with Heroic on that first run out internationally. What are Enigma Galaxy trying to do with this Enigma?
The same thing they're trying to do with any of the noob picks. He just tries to take an area in the map. I keep telling you, right, Dota now is a lot centered around the middle section of the map, right? Because there's only 2 ancient camps remaining in the game. So you want to take control of the middle section. And Nigma has been showing us that they're really, really prioritizing giving Noob Beastmaster. Like, we've seen him Beast, Lycan, Bristleback, Puck, heroes that can control the mid-section of the map. So I think that is the primary idea here of all of these heroes being on the mid lane. They want to take control of your mid lane, invade your triangle, take away your ancients. If they can do that, that puts them at a huge economical advantage and then just sit back and farm the map. And South American Rejects with the Lycan, they are trying to destabilize everything Nigma is trying to do. They're trying to, get a snowball going with their lanes, get kills, and then the Lycan's going to take towers in return and open the map on the side lanes, So I think even though there are similarities in what both teams are trying to draft, which is like Helm hero on both sides, in terms of timing, I will still favor the South American Rejects. I think they are faster with the not just because Lycan is max move speed, but because the lineup just comes online a lot sooner than Nigma. Nigma has to... They have to hit creeps for at least, I would say, 30 minutes at least? 30, 40 minutes with their hero Largo, Faceless Void.
Yeah, that's kind of my concern because I saw Kotal and Shadow Shaman. I thought that Noob would go for something a little bit more dynamic, something a bit more traditional, right? Because you look at Largo, he really likes to be paired with the Spirits, with Park, with a Lash, somebody that can take full advantage of that Crook of Genius. And yeah, you could argue that maybe the Black Hole Midnight Pulse will do that somewhere down the line, but it's just not as dynamic. So Nigma Galaxy, they've really set themselves up with a bit of a slower draft here. I'm not sure how this trio is going to work out. The Shadow Shaman, Enigma, Kotal, it's a bit of a toss-up. And then on the flip side, you see South America Rejects. Funnily enough, it feels like they're switching strats with Nigma Galaxy. They have a lot of ways to kind of play the side lanes, push the map with the Lycan, the Queen of Pain, and then their supports are going to be the ones looking for pickoffs.
A lot of pickup potential, especially on like the Kotal, Shaman. These are 2 easy heroes to kill. You have a lot of Invis units. Monkey King, I will always consider Monkey King a form of Invis. Monkey King, Nyx, and Lycan with the wolves. Yeah. And a bat is going to kind of look for targets to lasso, So a lot of ganking potential. Nigma is going to want to hug each other and group up, with the Largo and Enigma. Keep up the light as early as possible, even the Shaman.
So I guess the
But can they-
question now becomes like, how do you actually stave South America rejects off, right? Because
Yeah, can they
they
survive
will
the
be running
lane?
at you.
The lane is going to be extremely crucial for Nigma. They don't really need to win the lane, but at least they need to be able to survive and play the game. You know, if they get run over in the lane, this train from South American rejects, it's going to turn into a bullet train very, very quickly.
Oh dear. Gonna be moving quick. Now keep in mind, folks, in case you're just joining us,
What is
might
this
have to hold.
What the hell? They came from the top lane?
That
is
is
so random.
okay. Well, yeah, Omar's gonna get that last hit.
Why are they heroes here 20 seconds? There's 20 seconds before rune spawn. Why the hell is the whole Nigma team here in the secret shop? Like, what?
Well, they got his ass. It was worth it. First blood, as you always like to say. You're
This
trying
is
anything
the
for
type
it.
of death that you get, and you're like, what the hell can I do? You know, how on earth was I gonna see that coming?
Yeah, for sure. Then if it leads to another pickoff onto Wits, that's going to be a major problem. Nice lick back by El Micho there to bodyguard him with a very nicely placed flame break. So Devi will take a bit of damage before heading back to lane. All things normal. I mean, Omar getting the first blood, it's still a decent deal, but it's not as bad as if, I don't know, maybe Noob or Rincy got it. Here we go.
Boots Shadow Shaman. Do not underestimate a Boots Shadow Shaman. You know, you get first blood, you get boots early. With stats, that's a huge deal. Shaman has low move speed because he has very, very high damage, you know. So if you give this hero a boost early with stat items, you're gonna suffer. You're gonna understand the pain, Mike.
Yeah, I'm sure. This Nyx Assassin will be understanding quite a bit of pain. They've done a bit of a switch up here, putting the Kotl, or GH, in the bot lane along with Devi instead of the Shadow Shaman. This is kind of leading to some problems though. Devi is taking a decent amount of damage. Blood Grenade comes out onto El Micho. Looks like a fight to the death here. Blinding Light lines up for the double Boundless Strike into Blood Grenade. Big stick, but last few hits. Fairy Fire at the last moment, trying to pull Wits back to the tower. Not going to happen. So really, these four players playing on the edge here.
Yeah, Wits is happy. He's the one that has the most health remaining in the lane. He can sit up in the lane and farm safely. Kinda safely.
Yeah, and if you're a Bat Rider, you're saying mission accomplished, right? I sacrificed a lot of my resources, but as a result, my carry can farm freely. Nice Blinding Light from GH. Yeah, I mean, El Micho and GH, they are using these Blinding Lights and Flame Breaks to perfection. It's the only thing holding this lane in place.
A lot of back and forth going on with the small little exchanges in the lane. This is probably benefiting, I want to say, the Monkey King a little bit more. There's a big wave. Devi has only 2 CS, you know, and if the wave goes under the tower and the Bat and Monkey can pressure and push him out, this is going to be really bad for him. He needs to use his salve so he can last hit some creeps here.
Yeah, he's trying to find an opportunity to do so, but unfortunately for him, the creeps are already all up in here.
Yeah,
So he just has to keep his distance. Yeah, he can't afford to really step up. Dying would be awful. If they can find El Micho, that'll be nice. Still has the level 2 into the Firefly if needed. Doesn't seem that way.
That was not very good usage of the Lick and Frogstorm combo. He didn't actually get the Lick to ensure that the Bat Rider gets hit by the Frogstorm there again. You know, so a little bit of a misplay there from Devi.
Yeah.
Probably would have.
Now with that
netted
being
him
said,
actually.
he still does manage to keep on farming, and as you said, they don't necessarily need to win the lanes on Nigma Galaxy, right? As long as they are okay, they
Surviving. I mean,
shouldn't feel too bad.
they still don't want to be, you know, getting too little. You know, there's going to be somewhat like there has to be a baseline, right? You can't just say, okay, we just need to make sure we get levels and we get out of the laning phase and we slowly farm. You know, I mean, there has to be a line drawn. Like, how badly can you lose the lane? You know, like right now, Largo is 8 CS and the Monkey King is 14 and 6. You know, this is, I think, still in the realms of being acceptable. You know, for the Largo.
Omar's doing a good job using his body, as we saw there, just kind of trading out with the wolves, preventing them from hounding Rincy too much. The Queen of Pain Enigma trading out decently. Some good denies there on the Enigma, but probably half of them being Eidolons.
The strangest matchup in mid lane, man. Enigma against Queen of
I don't know. We keep getting these strange matchups. That's the South America Reject special, right? Last game we had Monkey King Zeus in the same lane. And then now it's like an Enigma Queen of Pain matchup. And these South America teams and their Enigma, man, they really love this hero.
Bleach matchup mid, you know. the denying. Oh man, I mean, Lich doesn't. Enigma doesn't have the denying creeps, but a blast in the past,
Sure. Here's Frank turning things around into Omar, but he's got to be careful about his own HP pool. Omar can turn around now for the shackles. No way of interrupting it. And Schofield, he'll turn around with a nicely timed carapace, but he'll be the one to go down. Looks like the Wolves can't chase down Omar. He still should have that foul play to work with, even if he does get run down. One more hit. Can the Wolves find it under the tower? Doesn't look like it. Turns around for the shackle. He's fine. But now he's in an inconvenient position where he has to walk all the way back to the base.
No, he's gonna just die to the neutral
Yeah, true,
creeps.
true.
This is why, Mike,
Right, my bad.
you're not a professional player, Mike. You prefer
that's
to
true.
walk all the way back to base. You don't take the shortcut,
That's true, that's true. I don't know the secret passageway. You come out through death and then come out the other side. I see.
You're clearly not an Undying or Skyraft player. If you're an Undying and Skyraft player, you know. Every time you finish using your mana, you just have to go to the jungle and just get yourself a free ticket back to base,
Sacrifice mode. Yeah, you're absolutely right there. Schofield, he's come back to the mid lane post-death, trying to set up on Noob, but the problem is Mago doesn't have the most mana to work with, so
He's coming
that'll
in.
be pretty tricky.
Hot.
He's gonna try. Noob will get found here. El Misho wrapping around as well. Great move from the Bat Rider especially.
Are fortified.
The mid lane Enigma getting ganked, Mike. A classic one.
Yeah, we've seen that many times before. A tale as old as time.
Yeah, that's why Dota is so entertaining. You can do whatever you want as long as you believe in it. There's
True.
no limitations to what heroes that you want to put mid, But don't blame me when you get reported, if you try it in your games. Don't quote me on that.
Thank you, Winter. Thank you for that. Again, another useless piece of advice that you immediately just double back on. You're too afraid to take accountability.
How the hell is that useless?
If you want to give someone advice, you got to put your heart in it. You got to really believe in what you're saying. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, oh, you can do this, but don't blame me when it goes wrong. Then that's not advice. That's you scamming someone,
That
to
is
be quite
just
frank.
insurance policy, Mike.
Hang on, GH getting screamed, blasted, and absolutely obliterated here. South America rejects, they're making good use of this 3-man, but now the black hole comes out. Level 6 on Noob trying to punish Mago into the shackles, no way of cancelling, and he will get licked down. Devi will claim that kill. Good rotation from Nigma Galaxy to punish.
What on earth? The two heroes on bot lane just decided to walk towards mid lane?
Yeah, why not?
They just walked?
Yeah?
I wish
They got
my
boots.
teammates would do that for me,
Yeah.
Walk to my lane to gank my lane,
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, with the wave pushed in under Witz's tower, I guess there's nothing much for the Frog to do anyway. So,
So yeah,
good decision
he's,
there.
He's only coming over because he has nothing else better to do, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. And we've seen a trend, right? A lot more of these offlaners are actually making the rotation over in the 6 minutes, the 8 minutes.
You have
Even
to
sometimes-
because the runes matter so much.
Yeah.
Because I always tell you this, right? If you don't control the rune, the enemy gets the rune. You think you can farm on the side lanes happily? No, you can't, Especially if the enemy mid lane gets a haste, you're like, oh my goodness. I have to spend 1 minute hiding in the jungle or can't even last hit creeps at all.
Yeah. It's kind of an obvious trade-off, right? You spend 30 seconds helping your mid laner secure or deny the rune, or you need to play safe for 1.5 minutes because you don't know what your opponent got. So,
But
when you put
then
it
do you
side by
think-
side like that.
The runes are too powerful because of this.
Radiant's
Oh, 100%.
Because it kind of
100%. But I
forces you to. But is it a good thing or a bad thing? Like it makes you have to contest the runes.
I think it's good that we've gotten to a stage of Dota where things like runes are placed are this important, right? Like you talk to a Dota player maybe 5 to even 7 years ago. You talk about catapult wave timing. You talk about rotating for the runes to this degree. I don't think these would even be concepts that they could comprehend, but now teams are so good at abusing everything granted to them on the map. And that's how we see this high level of Dota. Speaking of, nice interrupt there, saving El Misho, reflecting the blast. That's pretty annoying, but Noob's starting to go to work. Helm Dom complete, putting pressure on this mid tower. And Dark Mago nowhere to be seen, really. I think,
middle tower.
are they just giving this one up?
I mean, that's the helm this early on. The Lycan is going to get his helm, so preferably they will try to look for an exchange of towers on top.
Mhm.
I mean, again, if you're trading a mid tower to to a side lane tower, I will always say that the mid tower is definitely the better choice, you know. So Nigma feel like it's okay, you know. If we are willing to give up the top tower, but the top tower is still full health, you know. So it's not like they're giving up any tower anytime soon anyway. They're gonna get the mid tower here, they're gonna forcefully get it. And Nigma are gonna split the Eidolons, gonna use the helm. There is nothing the South American rejects like can do to stop this, you know. The helm timing has begun. How the
What?
There's 3 heroes, 3 summons as a helm creep. Like how is this happening?
That's the Dark Mago differential, baby. You just can't get him. You just can't. And
Did they
Schofield
not
there to back
see
him up.
They
That
had
was.
a wall. They had a wall behind the tower.
They
Did
just
not
didn't
see
respect
that
him.
he was there?
They didn't. Winter, I don't know what to tell you. They did not respect what the Queen of Pain could do. They did not think Dark Mago was going to go for that boss-ass big ball move, but he just walks up, sends a dagger fly, and the tower comes crumbling down, but it's not in favor of Nigma Galaxy, and now they're like, what the hell? We were supposed to get a lot more net worth from that. Maybe we'll settle for a Monkey King. No mana for the Black Hole Sonic Wave used as a preventative measure to try and get Wits on out of here. They're able to turn down Omar, punch him with a Boundless, and Dark Mago will come and claim another. Again, no mana for the Black Hole. That's the difference maker here in this fight. And now they might be looking for more. Wits, using the timing on Frank's Helm Dom. Noob is going to be in trouble. Rincey shown up through the TPs will at least be able to punish the Monkey King. But this is overwhelming pressure here from South America Rejects. They've just charged straight into the triangle of Nigma and taken almost everything.
That was all the Dark Mago show. Denying the tower, getting the Sonic Wave, saving the Monkey King for a moment, getting the secondary kill on the support. Just very, very nice moves, you know, from Dark Mago. This is what I expect, you know, when you're looking at a Dark Mago game, you're expecting 1 or 2 of these flashy moves, you know, just saving your team with a well-placed ultimate, getting the kills, denying the tower. These are things that you come to expect, you know, from Dark Mago.
Absolutely. A player that's been around the scene for quite a while now. I mean, he's always had the talent, just maybe not quite finding the right place to nurture it. But under the guidance of Wits, not Wits, sorry, Mr. Vintage, the coach. Yeah, I got a little messed up that way. Hang on, Frank might get run down here. Surrounded on all fronts, doesn't look like he has a way to go. But I did want to touch on that, Winter, because, you know, I made a little bit of a slip there. Oh, is Schofield still going to come and try for this kill? No, the blast is there to heal him. But yeah, I feel like this... it's not like Frank and Dark Mago, they're not new to the scene at all, right? But I feel like in the recent 2-3 months, these two specifically have improved so much, it's crazy. I feel like it's not even the same Frank anymore. It's not even the same Mago.
Yeah, we had a discussion about this. You said it's Frank the Tank, but it's no longer Frank the Tank, you know?
It's Frank the absolute monster. He can play everything you want him to. In the past, this guy was just kind of relegated to aura bots, you know, you could put him on a blink initiator sometimes. Here comes Schofield, trying to set up, but a nice Sonic Wave.
The most Schofield thing ever.
Well, he runs right into a sentry, that's awkward, but now level 6, tag team up with the Frank creeps, and Frank will run you down. Look at Omar too. Easy Shadow Shaman for the pickings. Try to TP out, but Boundless from long range, that's nice. They ping out the wall that's not even there, it's just daytime vision and good predictions. Rincey will drop as well. And South America Rejects, they are absolutely styling. I think Schofield's very happy to take that death.
Yeah. I meant to say Schofield is not free of charge, you know. There has to be a price to pay when you touch our beloved Schofield.
Yeah.
This time you have to pay 3 heroes, you know. 3 heroes to just claim the body of Schofield one time. And you have to do the math in your head. Was that worth it? You know, was that worth it to take Schofield? He looked like a crazy-ass dude running in with the Knicks, you know, under the sentry. But then it all worked out. It was always part of the plan.
Schofield there to bodyguard Wits, but trying to still focus down the Monkey King. Won't be able to catch their hands on him. But yeah. Schofield, I mean, he is a very important part of what makes South America Rejects work, right? He might be called El Chala, but if you try and come for him, South America Rejects, they're not going to stay quiet about it, I'll tell you that much.
He's the soul of the team, Mike.
He absolutely is.
Most of the moves, you know, on his team. He's also in charge of like putting a lot of the wards, you know. I think he's one of those 4s that plays like a 5. He doesn't take a lot of farm, but he's like controlling the vision, running around, placing wards, dewarding, using his body to sacrifice, you know, for the cause.
I'm not
You
sure
need a
whether that
pos-
was intentional from Schofield. He walks into the Watcher that was taken, immediately backs up, and I guess he draws Nigma Galaxy back here to get their own Wisdom Shrine. But I thought he wanted to sneak in and
I
put a
think he
ward
wanted
down.
to sneak in, but then he just didn't want to risk it with the Watcher being late, you know. So he just backed off and just TP back. He's gonna wait for his Vendetta to come off cooldown. I think very reserved, which is pretty understandable. You know, he was alone there. There was no benefit in him risking his life to do anything, right? Because whenever you're thinking about risking your life as a support, you have to always assess, are my cores farming right now? Do they need me to do something crazy so that they can farm? And if the answer is no, then you just back out.
Yeah. That's how you know if you really created space or not, right? If you're kind of running in the way of a smoke gank or you're dragging enemy heroes back to you
Yeah.
so your cores can farm, then it's a different story.
They are 5k ahead. They're farming like a pretty good amount on the map, so there's no need for him to do anything like that. But right now, there's a smoke gang coming in. Nigma.
Dragon straight into Frank, but he manages to get the shapeshift off. Still get pulled back into the wards. Can he get himself out of this? They'll even commit the black hole, throw down everything for the Lycan, but they will pay for this transgression. Davai and Nu being caught out, and now they'll turn towards GH as well. You try and invade our triangle, you won't get out alive. Again, Nigma Galaxy, despite being the greedier draft, they feel like they need to get things done, but they just keep running into the iron fist of South America.
So this is proof that Frank is more expensive than Schofield. You need to
Absolutely.
pay with 4 heroes to buy it.
Yeah, dude, the only one. Bro, you already know. Schofield, it takes you 3 heroes. Frank, it takes you 4. You try and kill Dark Mago. Oh, man, it's a team wipe. You try and kill Wits, your Ancient's gonna explode, brother. Well, they'll try to Dark Mago right now. Dark Mago's all alone here. I think he should be able to blink out. They don't have the chain stun for him, yeah. He'll be able to
Okay.
get out safely. Meanwhile, Rincy Q going down? I guess that was just a lasso setup there. Yeah, that's the
think
Blink
it's
Dagger
okay.
reveal on the Bat Rider. Really nicely done.
Going from very bad to even better, you know. Right now for Nigma Galaxy, you have this Largo faces for heroes that need to farm a lot, but there's no space on the map to farm, you know, because of this helm and because of this freaking annoying Schofield player running around, giving vision, scouting, ganking you. Like, how are you freaking supposed to farm with this guy, you know, this annoying pest on the map?
Winter, we were kind of pointing out the fact that he went for a really early gem on the Hoodwink last game. He's doing it again. Around 18 minutes, he's bought the shard and first item gem for this Nyx Assassin just to further control the map.
Like, is this going to be a thing? Am I supposed to buy gem on support right now? What the hell?
I mean, I don't know, but it's fitting the Schofield playstyle. I mean, he'll be able to snuff out a lot of this vision that
Yeah,
Nigma Galaxy
Schofield.
have put down.
Please do not start a fad that supports have to buy gem pre 20 minutes. Please.
Schofield. He's making it work for himself right now. Giving the ward over to Wit so he can set it in a nice location. They spot up Davai. He is in trouble if he comes up to the high ground. Try for a boundless, but the Froststorm actually puts Wits in an awkward spot. He's caught in the middle of the trees and he can't actually get out for now. Tries to set up the Wukongs. They still have vision of Davai, but they're waiting for the Queen of Pain, I guess. Okay. I don't think they actually needed to, but just that additional insurance. Dark Mago will get that kill.
It shows you the discipline, you know. They don't want to take
Oh
too
my
much
goodness,
risk.
Frank and Almisha, close your eyes. Close your eyes. This is carnage. They're
Do
just
you
picking
know
off these
how-
Nigma Galaxy heroes. You can't do anything.
You know how impressive this game is? Everybody, they do not want to give GH his Kotal. This game, South American rejects, they show up. You can have your Kotal, Sir GH, Maroon. You can have it. We're going to deal with it. Schofield on the Nyx is going to show that your first pick Kotal that nobody dares give you is nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, this is scary business. Nigma Galaxy being very much challenged in this series compared to their crew so far. Here comes Oma. Straight up trying to set up a good chrono for Rincy. Doesn't want to use it if he doesn't have to, and will just put the damage out onto the bat. But that's a smoke gank avoided. Now, they want a lot more than this, but they can only settle for some creep stacks.
Well, this is still something, you know. Nigma, they need anything at this point. They have Black Hole
Early
up.
shot pickup.
Oh, who? On the Nyx?
On the Monkey King,
Oh,
He's
Monkey
gone for
King
that
as well.
immediately after the Desolator.
Yeah, Monkey King is this. I don't think this is classified as early. I think it's quite common after Desolator and Mage. There, you kind of just want to get the shot so you can fight better.
Oh, okay. I thought, maybe you want to go BKB, but I guess there's no real value in that with the Chrono and the Black Hole.
Yeah, that is why, Mike, you're not a core player, you know? We are not core players.
Okay, you don't need to keep hitting me. The person was you're not a pro player, not got look, bro. You gotta lay off.
Anytime the game, hey, I'm gonna buy BKB.
Nah, I think I've just been in too many situations where I'm like, damn, I feel like BKB could really turn things
The
around.
fact that you want to buy BKB is because you're so afraid when you're playing a core, your team is just flaming you. Where is the BKB, you know? Everybody's asking, you know, where BKB? My core no BKB, you know, complaining. They just don't want to play the game. Welcome to SEA Dota, ladies and gentlemen.
That's true. That's true. I mean, none of this is SEA Dota though. This is
buying the items
Europe.
that your teammates want you to buy so you can appease them.
All right, we got a fight going on here. Chronosphere onto 2, but the problem is you just don't have any damage to offer. Sonic Wave's gonna come on through. Omar will try and control the Queen of Pain in the backline, but again, there's not enough damage to come on through until Noob drops that black hole. Here comes Schofield trying to punish it, but Noob, he doesn't actually get the black hole cancelled. He will end up going down to Frank anyway. This is a pretty good fight for Nigma Galaxy, all things considered, but they can't get Rinse EQ out. And it goes from okay to a little bit sour that you've lost your Faceless Void.
Still not too bad for Nigma.
Dire's bottom tower.
They get the co-op. That was, I think, a pretty big fumble there.
Oh, Device gonna go down. Stuns off the mark there, but Boundless will still find him. You try for the Boundless.
Life.
Radiant's
He's alive.
He's
Thanks for the
alive,
blinding
Mike.
light. Good job there, GH.
Not just the blinding light, the holy locket, giving him the heal, the extra heal. GH is the certified medic, you know, on the battlefield. You are definitely not the medic on the battlefield, Mike.
I feel like you're just going down the list of things I'm not. Can we get some empowering, encouraging words from you, Winter?
Yeah, you're the best person to give vision in the team fights. I've seen your Venomancer, you know, warding everywhere in the team fight.
You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. I kind of need to take what I can get at this point. Kind of similar situation in Nigma Galaxy because
Even
right
if
now,
you're identified as a Venom player, right?
yeah. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, you know. They
Bro,
buffed-
that's
they added Snakebite. It's pretty nice.
If you play Venomancer, you play Techies, you play Viper, you are classified under a category, a specific category of disgusting players, you know. Nobody is proud to call themselves, oh, my favorite Dota hero is Venomancer, you know. How often do you hear that?
Bro, I don't know how to break this to you, Winter. I think you're underestimating the amount of sick freaks there, and Dota 2 will be very happy to proudly proclaim that. But I guess it's in your good fortune that you've not met enough of them. You know, like, look, I feel like every Dota 2 hero has this certain flavor of disgusting. Some people might say the GH Koto is disgusting. But like you mentioned, South America Rejects, they're showing us
Koto?
something. Yeah,
Bro,
I mean, the way that he plays it is like...
Is a disgusting hero Kotal? Bro.
Yeah? Have you seen how GH plays Kotal or what? Do I need to educate you?
He plays the hero well, but it's not. If a hero is classified as disgusting, it's because you cannot do anything against. There's no counter play, you know. Right?
Well, I don't know which one of the South America Rejects heroes you want to classify disgusting because now it feels like Nigma, they can't do anything against them. Pull the Bat Rider in, or try to get the Faceless Void with the Bat Rider, and control the Monkey King up on the high ground. Here comes the Chrono, but he just dies! Rinzi just dies to Wits and his monkeys! In his oh, okay.
I mean, he died to the Firefly as well. Firefly does a lot of damage per second.
Oh shit, dude. What the
brother.
hell? Yo, Glenn, pull up the death recap. How the hell did that Void just disappear? I thought that was a good fight.
Oh, he died to Firefly, I'm pretty sure. Firefly and the soldiers, I think. The soldiers killing him.
Yeah, the Monkey King kind of did him a number. And Device just dead in the mid lane.
I think this game is drawing to a close, unfortunately, Mike, at this rate.
tower is under attack.
21-10 to the South America Reject side. Nigma Galaxy having the greedier draft, having the more skill-heavy draft, just can't really find space on the map to farm. You know, the heroes have very long cooldown ultimates. They need a lot of items on Enigma, Largo, Faceless Void, and their supports, they just feel like they don't really have anyone to specifically move with, right? Because all three cores need to farm. When all three cores need to farm, what do your supports do? So they just have to farm because they have nobody to play with.
Dire's bottom tower
Yep.
is under
Yep. Nothing really disgusting about this Nigma Galaxy draft right now. They just can't really get much on the board. Still trying to inch towards that BKB from Noob.
I can't believe you call Koto disgusting. I still can't believe that. Yeah.
You need to relax. You're getting way too hopped up on this
Bro,
disgusting hero thing.
I'm relaxed, man. I'm just watching a Dota game right now, I'm relaxed. If I'm playing the game, yes, maybe I'm not relaxed,
Nothing to smile about in this game. Especially if you're Nigma Galaxy fan. Holy, El Misho, he's still going in. Okay, once you get the BKB on Enigma, maybe things will feel a little bit better. But only a little bit. Still need 200 gold for that one. Is he prioritizing the shard over the BKB?
For real?
I guess I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at it in sequence. Let's see.
Radiant structures.
He has to finish the BKB in my mind.
There's no way he buys the shard first, bro.
Yeah, that's a bit crazy. Oh, okay. Frog in trouble, ladies and gents. Frog in trouble. Frog being run down by Wolf. I feel like Wolves usually go for meteor targets, but I guess with how big Lago is, it's not gonna mind this one for lunch.
Frogs in Southeast Asia, you know how meaty they are?
That's true, but again, I gotta remind you, Davai is not Southeast Asian. You can't keep applying the same principles to a frog from, if I'm not mistaken, Belgium. I haven't seen a Belgian frog.
They have a lot of meat, especially in the legs, You know how far they can jump with those legs, those muscular legs?
Well, not far enough to run away from the wolf, unfortunately, and Rincy Q as well. I mean, he's hoping he had any semblance of jumping power, getting silenced up and killed off. I mean, Nigma Galaxy, I feel like this one's wrapped up. I hate to be that guy. I know there's late game Void, late game Enigma, this big team fight.
Right? Is this series wrapped up yet, right? Based on what happened the first two games. Like, both games are very one-sided, for South American reject side.
I don't know if I want to count Nigma out just yet, though. We're getting a bit too ahead of ourselves. I feel like Nigma, maybe they had a sleepy start. Maybe they weren't really expecting South America rejects to be this prepared.
Start 2 games? Are you giving them so much room for benefit, the benefit of the doubt? Like 2 games?
I mean, Winter, this is a best of 5 for a reason, right? And we'll get the answer very soon with the way that this game is going. Another one-sided stomp, like you're saying.
Maybe South
I mean,
American
do you really think that Nigma Galaxy have no chance here at all?
I mean, based on the games, yes. But on paper, obviously not. On paper, will tell you they are the favorites. I mean, the last
maybe
2 games, just know, they just weren't able to play their game. And brazenly, South American rejects give the quarter away. I mean, if you can give a hero your opponents one, okay, Lasso on Shaman, nothing you can do. If you can give your opponents the hero that they want the most and still beat them, that's a huge tell. Yeah, you're so confident.
Noob is gonna try and look for the black hole. All he finds is Dark Mago. He can follow up with a very nice chrono. Finds it onto 3, but Wits, he has a huge Wukong's command. That is gonna outdo everything that you try on Nigma Galaxy. Buyback, the team fight, it's just not there. And Nigma Galaxy, even El Misho chasing down GH, the feared GH Coddle being routed back into his own base. They pinged the wrong direction there. Unfortunately, GH will be a bit too sneaky for him. No way of stopping his TP. So the Sultan survives. The tits come through. But that's still got to be sour. Nigma Galaxy. That was about as good of a fight as you could ask for, but just too far behind. I mean, I don't know.
It's under attack.
Yeah.
It was like a 3-man chrono, but 3-man black hole, but no damage, The Faceless Void again dying during the chrono to the Firefly and the Monkey King soldiers.
It's crazy.
I mean, they have survived, but are you truly a Sultan when all your subjects are dead and when you're all alone? Are you still a Sultan?
No. It appears not. I mean, he's left all alone. He ain't got no bodyguards, and South America Rejects got no problem putting the hands on him when need be. I mean, this has been a stellar series so far from everyone on the South America Reject side. I don't even know whether I can point a finger at any particular player underperforming a little bit or making mistakes. Everyone's just lining up real nice. Schofield! Oh, the stun onto 2. He's too good. He's too good on this next assassin, Winter.
He's, the leader, the captain, the driving force for the South American Reject side. The one leading the charge, General Schofield.
Ruby isn't even going to get the chance to pop his BKB.
This is Jola, man. No way. It's getting so ugly. And South American Rejects, they're here to play, you know. Definitely here to prove a point, you know. We are a team that has the capabilities to defeat the best teams, and we want to show that we are worthy of our Dream League Season 29 slot, you know.
100%. I mean, they show they can topple Nigma. They are for sure the strongest team coming in from this qualification method. These other teams at Dream League Season 29 have to beware. I mean, we're talking about them as if they're this underdog tier 2 team, as if they didn't just top 6 at PGL Wallachia, facing off against some of the best teams in the world. I mean, they are making Nigma Galaxy look like fools here in this game number 2. Rincy Q especially, he has not found any footing to stand on with this Faceless Void. It served him well in the past, but right now Nigma Galaxy, all they have is one team fight left. They have to line up the ultimates nicely. Watch for Noob with the chrono. I mean, the GH can't even survive. Damago just kills him with 2 spells. You need to try and get in with some sort of a black hole. You'll start with the Chronosphere. But on the back line, look at El Misho preventing Noob from getting anything done. Can't even turn around and black hole. You'll drop. Schofield won't even die, man. GG is called as South America Rejects again, stomping Nigma Galaxy into the dirt. And now, oh, Schofield, that is cool. Plus 30. All chat at the end. I mean, Schofield, you could tell guys having a good ass time, and this is dangerous stuff, Winter. When the South American Rejects are playing free, when they're playing out of pressure, they are going to perform, and they've shown us that exactly here in this best of 5 so far.
Yeah, I think the story of this game is just Nigma. They're trying to just counter pick so much, right, that they kind of sacrifice their draft integrity. Like, every hero needs to farm so much, you know. So the reason they pick Faces White here is, is as a Bat Rider, we want to have a carry that counters that, right? Time dilation. So South American Rejects, they just move the Bat Rider to the support, you know, and they also pick a Largo to kind of counteract the Bat Rider or counteract the Co-op daggers, you know, like with the Dispels. But all these heroes, they have one thing in common. They need to farm a lot. And then on top of that, you have a Kotal on support, which also needs to farm. So I think Nigma Galaxy kind of struggling to find balance between countering heroes or making reactions in the draft and trying to balance out their own lineup, you know. So there has to be some sort of line drawn between the two, and I think Nigma didn't really draw the line clearly this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you hit the nail on the head. Another thing I wanted to mention, Winter, as well, they have 2 heroes in the Kotal and the Largo that always feel to me like they should come in a pair, right? Whenever you think Kotal, you think about, okay, who is the Kotal going to pair up with to make things happen? Same thing with the Largo. Who's going to take advantage of the Croak of Genius? I feel like you're just missing that component. The Enigma doesn't quite cut it.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe not tripping over their feet a little bit in the draft.
You want to have like a Park, who are the best heroes? Park, Storm, maybe Co-op.
Yeah.
You know, these are like 3 heroes that will benefit a lot with the Croak of Genius, or maybe a Leshrac, you know, but they don't exactly have that type of hero. You have a mid Enigma timing base with the Helm. Faces White doesn't give a damn if you buff him with the Croak of Genius. He actually wants you to fuck off of the game, you know, because you're taking his farm. Yeah, I mean, if you're a boy, you see a Largo, oh my god, you know, you're definitely not too happy with having this hero on your side. You know, you want something to fight and make space for you, not something that takes space away from you. So I think Nigma has to go back to the drawing board and figure out how do we balance the draft at the same time trying to counter your enemy's lineup. You know, there needs to be a talk about this, you know, after this game.
That was a really good recipe for Nigma Galaxy coming up until this point, but now 1 game away from dropping to 2nd place after such an amazing run so far. Let's see what happens in game number 3.
Turned on the dime when I saw you walking by. Something about you caught my eye, yeah. Ain't trying to waste my time, just standing in your line. Gotta take a shot before you pass me by. So you wanna be alone for a minute? be a cold winter, baby, without you loving around. I will be waiting until you come back home. You're gonna be a cold winter, baby, without you here with me. So don't keep me waiting. I need your company. Ooh, I know I did you wrong. I'm hoping it won't be too long. Oh, come back. Tuesday, you took my heart and then you ran away. Now it's been 16 hours and 7 days. And now the hardest part is begging, baby, begging, baby. People say it's just a waste of time and you don't care. But I'm holding on and hoping that will be another chance for what we had, what we had. Never gonna be another way. No more windy days. Come back, I'm gonna find a way. Yeah, back to me. You're gonna be a cold winter, baby, without your loving around. Baby, I will be waiting until you come back home. You're gonna be a cold winter, baby, without you here with me. So baby, don't keep me waiting. Don't you set me free. Baby, pick up the phone. Baby, pick up the phone. Don't leave me all alone. I don't want to be alone. When are you coming home? Please, come on back to me. Ooh, baby. Oh, yes it is.
I don't know about you, Winter, but this grand finals day for DreamLeague Division 2 is going by a lot quicker than I expected. We've waited a long time to finally see Nigma Galaxy and South America Rejects face off, but it kind of feels like Nigma have been beat down into the ground. It's a tough day to be a Nigma fan, at least up until this point. But hopefully in this game 3, they can make some sort of a reversal because it's been very one-sided so far.
I don't know about you. I expected it to be this quick, you know. But for the other side, not for the South American rejects.
Why, you ain't got faith in Peru or what? What's your deal? You gotta explain yourself.
Why you have to be so negative? Why can't you just say, "Wow"?
Oh,
Winter,
why
have
do
so
I have
much-
to be so...
You have so much faith in the Nigma camp, you know. Why can't you do
Sure.
that? You know.
Okay, well, can you explain yourself regardless? Why did you think it was gonna be the other way around?
Because Nigma looked like the better team. They look cleaner. I felt like their strategies make a lot of sense. Where South American rejects, they have a lot of games where I think we question their draft and we question their discipline in the game. But this series, oh boy, they came here to play. They came here to win. They came here to showcase that they are no longer the South American rejects. You know, they are the South American pride, and they are trying to end this series quickly with a 3-0 at this rate. And the last game, the cojones that they have, they give away the quarter, they pick Knicks. Nigma always wants to win and pick the quarter, you know, and they just gave it away, picked the Knicks, and just decided that you can have quarter, Schofield is going to take care of you. I think it's very, very hard to recover from that, you know. You've been winning so much with that quarter, and now your opponents just decided to give it to you, and they just beat it just like that, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be scary, right? Because right now, South America rejects, they're thinking to themselves, this Koto wasn't even that big of a deal. I don't think we need to ban it. And suddenly, the options for Nigma Galaxy start to narrow in. But this is where you gotta lock in and pull out the big guns. This is where you gotta show us the Nigma Galaxy that dominated out throughout this group stage. Now again, folks, before we talk a bit more about the heroes, I want to tell you about the stakes, right? Because you might be thinking, look, we're in the grand finals, but these two teams already qualified for Dream League Season 29. But let me give you a little bit of a history lesson, okay? Who won? Who won Season 1? That was Yandex. Who won Season 3? That was Aurora. These teams subsequently went on to use this pathway, this momentum, to absolutely dominate in Tier 1. Now, if South America Rejects can call themselves the champions here, sure, you can say, oh, they were top 6 at Wallachia, but I think history has proven it's a really, really big boost, and we can expect them to find more success later down the line. But Nigma Galaxy, I mean, up until this point, I feel like this edition of Divide hasn't really gelled. The only time we've seen them find this success is within this Dream League Division 2. So if they can't end it with a solid win here, that might start to allow for some doubt, right? Are Nigma really back yet? Yes, they made it to Dream League, but are they just going to falter out? Not going to look too confident going in. This is really important stuff, especially for teams that play day in, day out. Right now, Nigma, they'll get another one of GH's favorites to start, though, in the Phoenix.
I've decided to switch it up, yeah? Even if Kotor is not banned, they're picking Phoenix over Kotor. They want to switch things up, you know? I think when you're lost, your opponent gives you your strongest heroes and you lose it, you have to find a way to try to shake things up, you know? Try to draft differently. So they move... I think I very rarely see them pick like 2 supports right off the bat, you know? Like usually I would not actually recommend picking 2 supports right away, you know, 9 and 13. I think one of those picks should be reserved as a core, you know. And now with the 2 supports being revealed,
5 seconds remaining.
I think you kind of maybe allow South American Rejects to pick a Dark Mago hero even without seeing their mid lane matchup. You can pick something to bully the 2 supports, like something like Ember comes to mind. Void Spirit could also be a potential pick here. Yeah. But they decided to go with the Doom. I wonder why they're valuing this hero so much here. They don't see any specific core that it would counter. They just want to pick Doom. Maybe because
it's a flex hero for them, right? For 1 and 3.
They play on the side lanes, both side lanes. So now they're gonna pick the other support. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This is definitely also a Schofield hero. Silence the Phoenix, you know. One of the hardest counters in the game. The Ancient Seal against the Phoenix.
Yeah,
You have to buy a
like...
You have to buy a dispel on Phoenix against this. It's too hard to play against because when you dive in, you try to cast your spells or get an egg. It's oftentimes you just get silence, you know, because the silence is kind of instant and has a very big cast range. Even in the lane, it's pretty oppressive.
There's a lot of damage that can come out from this duo if that's going to be your off lane. Enigma Galaxy going back for a classic of theirs. Here's the Bristleback. Can be flexed between all 3 core roles. Pretty nice into what South America Rejects have at the moment, right? You have the Doom on paper, so he can't Quill Spray, but it doesn't work like it used to, so Bristleback still is in effect.
Yeah, what's the other core that they need to pick here? Enigma Galaxy. They need another... I mean, do they need another flex core or they just pick a carry? Because they can move the BB mid and off lane. Is that sufficient for them? I'll just have to see. I think they should pick another... I feel that they shouldn't pick a mid hero. They should pick the side lane hero. Pick something that is preemptively good against Doom, you know? Maybe that would be good for them. Something that works in the lane against with the Phoenix. Phoenix, you want like a stun, you know, usually in your lane. What stuns are available? I mean, Monkey King is available. I think Monkey King is okay. It's good into the Doom lane, but we don't know if you're going to be laning into Doom. I think if you pick Monkey, maybe the South American Rejects would just move the Bat Rider to a core, you know, and then it'll be a Skyrough bat lane against your Monkey Phoenix. And you're going to say good luck to yourself, you know, if that's the case. And I think Monkey King is going to have a hard time in that lane, so maybe that's why they're thinking so much to decide what they want to do here. Because the heroes on the South American Reject side, they have a lot of room for being moved around. And they go back to one of their comforts, the Rincy Terrorblade. Very, very good against the Doom. You can save the Doom target. But if you're Doom yourself, then alright, good luck, you know. So immediately, South American Rejects picks a counter matchup, you know, to the TB. Primal Beast is very, very good at dealing with the TB in the lane. TB is very low HP, so if you get on top of him with the Trample and then the synergy with the Skyrough as well, Ancient Seal amplifying all the damage coming out from Primal, And on top of that, Primal is setting up for your Mystic Flare, you know. So this is a very, very scary combination, you know, for the Terrorblade.
Yeah, and I think not to mention, Kuro, for sure, he is in the drafter seat right now because I see one stun for the entirety of Nigma Galaxy. How the hell are they going to stop this Primal Beast? He's just going to go in there,
Bro, we've had
pulverize.
this discussion before. If you win your lanes, even if you don't have stuns, you can buy the stuns. You can buy Hex.
Yeah, look, I get Winter, I get it, but you're already telling me this Skyref Primal Beast goes shit all over the Terrorblade Phoenix. This Bristleback Hoodwink, I mean, if it's gonna be a Doom carry and Bat Rider, they can just collect those stick charges, should be okay to just farm, trade evenly. Now, Nigma Galaxy could still throw us a curveball, right? They could send the Bristleback into the mid lane that they've done before and last pick a Devi hero. That wouldn't be too bad either. But the question is, what are you missing? What do you want from Nigma Galaxy to round this draft out to make it work?
What do they need? I feel like they need... Yeah, they definitely need some stuns. They need some set.
Oh, but if you win the lane, you can buy the stun, Mike. I've told you this before.
Okay, they get to see the last year, right, from South American rejects before they decide. Yeah, but ideally they will fix some stunts. Ideally.
Yes. Yes, fingers crossed here. Fingers crossed. That would help out splendidly into the Primal Beast and the Bat Rider. But what about South America rejects? Do you think with this Doom carry, they need maybe a bit more of a semi-carry type mid laner? Because right now, Puck and Quap are both banned out. So I'm trying to think about what else would fit.
Do they
You could
even
also
need
last
more
pick a carry.
Scaling? I feel with Primal and Doom, I think you have enough scaling. You just need to pick something like for the lane. Just go in the lane, just stabilize the early game. I don't think scaling is gonna be on the top priority for the last.
Isn't
pick.
this the craziest Muerta game on 23 right now? Like if you 23 Muerta on South America rejects.
Team pick.
That wouldn't be the South American reject way, you know? This is the
You're
South
right.
American reject way.
You are right. What the hell am I talking about? Why talking about scaling to late? Who gives a shit? We're just gonna
Who gives a
3-0 you in 25 minutes.
Oh my god, what? What is this ghost
Okay, let's
lady?
do a quick run through. They have
Against
1.5
Doom?
stuns.
You can't heal against Doom. And bro, X-Mark. What, you have to buy Yules on DP this game? I'm
Nah,
pretty sure that's
look. Let me talk to you, Winter. I see the vision. Okay, I see the vision. You have so many heroes like the Bristleback, the DP that you want to doom on which that you can't decide. And when you decide, that's where Terrorblade comes in and Sunder saves the target. You get me? I mean, that's you try and doom Devi, he
you
drops
know-
low, you Sunder save him. You try and doom DP.
Like, you don't know Dota is not a 1v1 hero, right? There's teammates, right?
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
couple of
and then
heroes.
you egg on top of it, and then South America rejects. You know they need to run into the egg. It's gonna be a mess.
Bro,
Enigma
the
Galaxy,
way
this is a reverse
you're-
sweep.
The way you're painting this picture is like the Konka doesn't exist, the Skyraf doesn't exist, the Bat
Sorry,
doesn't
who is that?
exist.
Who are those people? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's
This
the
is Wits
problem
for-
with
Wits
you.
VR.
Your ears, they're like filtering. Your ears and eyes, they're filtering only things you want to see and hear. You know, that's your problem.
You know what?
You don't see and hear everything. You know.
I think I speak for the people when I say I want to see Enigma Galaxy put up a bit of a better fight. You know, they played such a nice game all throughout Div 2, and then they come to this grand finals, and yeah, I know they already qualified for DreamLeague, but you can talk about me being selective all I want, but is it wrong to want a little bit of life, a little bit of pizzazz from Enigma Galaxy right now? I don't think so. I want to
If you
see
put it
GH
that
pop
way-
off.
If you put it that way, it's hard to fight with you. You know, Mike. I have to agree with you on that. Everybody's here for that extra spicy game. You know, one more game. Just give us one more game. Just that extra seasoning. You know.
Yeah. I mean, so far it's been a pretty one-sided beatdown. I mean, Winter, I'll be honest. If I show you a video of one guy just absolutely mogging the other dude, like just beating him into a pulp, that wouldn't be very interesting to watch. But unfortunately, that's the situation right now. And we kind of expected it to be Nigma Galaxy, the ones in that position, right? With how well they've been playing. So what has gone wrong so far? Do you think they're just not prepared enough for South America rejects, or
Picks.
what's going wrong?
The picks has gone wrong. I think for the second and the third game, I didn't like the overall composition. Yeah, this game I think maybe not so much. I mean, no stuns. whatever, but their team fight is very strong, They have the egg, they have the DP ulti, they have the Sunder to save against the Doom. I mean, Hoodwink Bushwhack is kind of their only stun, but sometimes in some games it can be enough.
Oh my god, Schofield got to die again.
They don't. I
He's-
think they didn't see him.
They
feel
pinged
like
his
they-
location.
I feel like they didn't see him, or maybe Skyruff is just so fast, 325 base move speed.
Sure. This is a speedy one, that's for sure.
And you kind of logically you have to be fast, right, on this hero because you're floating. You're not on the ground. You defy the laws of gravity.
Yeah, you do. You absolutely do. He's not the only hero to do so. Schofield at this point has used 2 concussive shots
Wait, where?
that hit nothing.
Where? Everybody has full health. What do you mean he used?
If you just listen to my entire sentence, when you talk about selective listening, I said he used 2 concussive shots, and here's the key part: he didn't hit anything. He used it while he was
Oh.
out of vision.
Okay. But it's alright.
Is it?
Skyruff.
Oh, El Micho, first blood on GH. Oh, he gets it done.
The duel. The duel to the death. The pistol duel, we call it.
Yeah. Bring the guns out. It's game 3, baby. Unfortunately, GH does not get the better of that one. Phoenix might be a strong support, but not into Bat Rider. You can't really trade into Sticky Napalm,
Those
brother.
are like the 2 best level 1 supports, like level 1 heroes. Phoenix with the innate, with the dying light, Bat Rider with the sticky napalm, and the smoldering raisin. I mean, this is what support players dream of, right? Trying to show the other support that you are the better support. You are the sub-diff,
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Yeah, that Team Liquid Insania voice
You
line.
can
sub-diff,
lose
what can
the
you do?
game, but if you sub-diff the enemy team, it's okay. That's all that matters.
Truly. It doesn't matter if it costs you 5,000 USD in terms of prize money. Who gives a shit about all of that?
I give a shit, Mike. Why not you give me that, Why not? I can buy you an infinite number of chicken rice, as usual.
Wait, look, I would consider it if it was even mine to give. Unfortunately, I'm neither on Nigma Galaxy or South America Rejects, so that's not even part of the discussion. El Micho, he's got a sub-diff GH again. Just getting it done by himself up here. Frank didn't even need to onslaught in, just kind of drove by to watch the casualty.
Yeah, this is why there's so much traffic problems in Malaysia. You know this? Every time somebody has an accident, everybody stops and watch. Is that a thing in Singapore as well?
No.
Do people do
Yeah,
that?
for sure. I think in Singapore we have a word for that. It's called kepo. No matter what happens, you just want to stick your nose in, find out what's going on.
Frank was trying to stick his nose there, right? Then he decided.
Oh,
to
he
stop and
absolutely
watch.
was. He's like, oh, what's going on there? Looks like you're getting sub-diffed, my friend. GH, really is your signature Phoenix? I don't think so.
Yeah, what on earth? Like the balls on the South American rejects are giving GH every single signature hero in the second game and in the third game. Imagine if they were able to win both games here.
That would certainly be huge. Big boost of confidence, and it just goes to show, like we said at the start of the series, this is a team that has played an absurd amount of Dota. Just within 7.41 alone, they've played over 70 officials. That's insane. I don't think any other team competitively have played at that level. And you might be talking about maybe some of these other sort of tier 2, tier 3 tournaments floating around. Maybe you got the reps in. But they're playing freaking PGL Wallachia against like tier 1 teams along with this tournament. I think one thing's very clear. They've developed a very quick understanding of this patch, and it's showing here in the grand finals with this 2-0 lead.
And they also have their distinct star, right? Like I don't think any other team right now that we've been watching frequently, nobody plays like them. Nobody picks heroes like them. Like what meta? Scorpio's asking what meta ? Okay, maybe not this time. This time he's probably he's not gonna question that. This time he's gonna respect
Scorpio
the
probably
ruling.
asking how the hell did I die? Well,
Yeah,
brother,
because
you ran back
Fullwing and
into the
Bristol,
quills.
No, they're strong heroes in the laning phase. You gotta respect that. Your shield
How much
doesn't
armor
help
does Skyruff
against
Mitch
the
have
quill.
again? Not a lot, right? He's got 0. He's got a big fat egg as his armor right now.
But why? Why? How is it fair that he has 0 armor on this hero?
Well, I think if he had a little bit more armor, maybe he wouldn't fly quite as
one.
fast, don't you think?
Just one. Give him one.
Scorpio might die again. He has a big stick charge. Trying to turn things onto Omar. Devi and
Oh
Omar
my
playing the
God,
line very
the
nicely.
Akon-
Scorpio dead? Oh, damn. Okay. Well, Devi
Level
and Omar
2.
really showing up now. Wits might just get run down under the tower, but lucky for him, Devi's out of mana.
Level 2 Akon. Bonus 90 physical damage. 0 armor Schofield. You do the math, Mike. Okay, maybe you don't need to do the math. I'm just trying to say it is very painful.
Yeah, we can see it's very painful. He's dead twice now. Very, very unfortunate. He had to walk a shame back to the lane. We spent a lot of time talking about a bunch of other stuff, but we haven't really assessed how each of these teams want to operate, right? You didn't like the DP as the final pick, but they still have some pretty solid team fight going on, like you said. What about South
Yeah.
America Rejects? What's their game plan here?
Kill hero.
Okay,
They
so
wanna
same
keep
as usual.
killing their
Go
heroes.
ahead.
As usual. They have a lot of single target skirmish heroes. Bat, Primal, Kunkka, Doom, Skyruff, you know.
GH
very
is dead
specific,
again,
you know?
or what? Oh my goodness, the Torrent from downtown. Nigma just snipes him. God damn.
How can you take the kill? Bro, El Micho did all the hard work. He piled all the wood, all the firewood together, and somebody just came over and stole them all away.
Okay, well, Schofield's getting run down again. Mr. Zero Armor over here. He's got some move speed, but not enough to run away from Mr. Devi.
Alright. Schofield is non-existent this game. I think this is the good news of the good news for Nigma Galaxy. Schofield, like I said, he's the rhythm maker, you know, he's the tempo maker, he's the pace maker for the South American rejects. Like, so if he's down, this might give Nigma Galaxy a chance to strike in this game. Nope.
Three-man
He's
setup on
striking.
Nigma in the mid lane, but he's way too tanky. The Admiral's Rum is going to kick in. Trying to make the most of this AD Rune Exo to pressure the tower with the catapult. Really nice timing here from Nigma, and it doesn't look like there's much South American rejects can do to respond. If anything, but Ghost got to be careful. If you step out a bit too far, could just get swiped down. The Ghosts don't have
He's
enough
in
move
trouble?
speed to run him down.
dead.
Actually gonna die. Try and turn things around onto Noob at least. Pull him back under the tower.
Where's his
I
team?
think he's okay.
Where?
Yeah, Noob is gonna. Yeah, where the hell?
Where's the
It's-
TP? Frank has TP. Witz has TP. Why the hell? No, bro, Dark Mago just carried your ass the last 2 games, you know. At least show some respect, you know, by TPing to the lane to save him. Man, I would be 10x raging, you know, if I'm the Conquer and I know that my teammates have TP and they didn't respond.
Okay, with that being said though, Winter, we do have to establish some ground rules, right? Because we've known your history. We do know your love to save your buddies, whether it's good or not. And I guess the bright side in that situation is that Nigma Galaxy, they wasted a
Oh.
lot of time on those. Wait, hold that thought. They didn't get the mid-tier 1, right? That was an AD Rune Death Prophet, and they still didn't get the mid-tier 1. So they spent a lot of time. At least there's
Okay.
that. That's a small silver lining, right?
Yeah, but I'm telling them to TP so that they get a kill onto the DP, you know, even if they don't save the Conquer. I'm sure any of the core players will be happy to receive a bonus goal, you know, for getting a hero kill. And not to mention the juicy XP.
I can kind of see what you're saying. I was looking
Yeah.
at the CS and the net worth, and I was wondering whether...
When I TP to save you, you think I care about you? I care about
Oh.
getting the kill there, you know. I
Oh,
don't
my
care
bad.
about you.
Right. Oh, sorry about my bad. My bad. I just got a bit mixed up there. Thought
I
it was
see
empty.
that extra juicy 300 goal right there, or 400 goal, you know. That's what I'm seeing, you know.
Okay, well, at
You
least
gotta
Dark
use
can
your-
head back to
you
these
gotta
stacks.
use your teammates to enable your economy, you know, sometimes. I'm sorry, Mike, you know. I know I shouldn't do that to you, but I just can't help myself.
It's okay. That's why we don't play together. Don't worry about it. Here comes an Invis Rune initiation here from Noob. He's creeping right under them. Exo's gonna come out. No stun, no problem. You can just run them down. Yeah,
boat.
that's exactly what Nigma Galaxy will do. Big boat, but Omar's still safe for now, and the retreat is sounded. South America Rejects want no part of this fight, and they'll evacuate. So for the first time in this entire series, we're seeing Nigma be the ones to take the front foot. They're the ones putting on the pressure. They're at these towers. They're making these ganks. And South America Rejects, they're looking a little bit lost without their pacemaker Schofield at the helm.
Yeah, he is definitely non-existent this game. Like the whole early game, he is just Yeah, TPing bottom, dying, TPing bottom, dying, TPing bottom, and he couldn't TP mid when they were diving Dark Margot, you know. So everything just not really working out for the South American rejects because Schofield just didn't really have a game, you know. He's still level 5, 0, 4, and 0, no boots, 10 minutes in the game. So this is an absolute horror show for Schofield.
Not sure how likely you are to be able to get these single target pick-off skirmishes with Schofield having such a rough one.
You have a Konka as well, right? Konka is not a good comeback hero, you know. You need to be snowballing with this hero.
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, Damago, he's still keeping up for now.
Right, here is the backup, you know. For once, they have the backup for Dark Margot.
I'll rise now onto the Phoenix, trying to prevent an egg that's not even level yet. GH has got to watch his HP pool. Can't quite make it past the Vi, but with the numbers, they'll at least force back Nigma Galaxy. So this time round, like you said, the backup is called. South America rejects show up in full force, and now they're looking towards the Vi. Doom out onto the Bristleback, trample him down, and the Vi overstepping his bounds. He was not allowed to be there.
That was not his home anymore, you know. Gotta learn how to give up the location, you know, can't forcefully defend. I think he just didn't really keep track of which ultimates were used. He thought the boat and the pulverize were down, and that was it, you know. Didn't really account for the Doom.
Yes, I mean, when you start snowballing on the Conker, it's very easy to get these catches, but the problem is there's Noob right in front of you, siphoning away your HP. Nice dodge there. Schofield saw that coming from a mile away, doesn't get tagged. Feels like the first time this game where he actually walks away from an engagement unscathed.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, Noob is also rushing. He's rushing Bill into Bloodstone, you know? Like, wow, okay. First item on DP is this. Haven't really seen much players do this, you know. At least for my games, you know. Very interesting.
Maybe he's expecting the burst to come through hot and heavy, so he wants some sort of regen that can help him stay alive in the fights. I can see it. I mean, solid stat items all throughout. You're not really getting a build-up that DP hates.
Makes you very tanky.
Dire's top tower is
I
under
mean, what would the alternative be here, you think, Winter?
I don't know.
I've seen some Max and Guardian
Bro,
moves.
I don't play this hero a lot, yeah, so I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with this hero.
That's true. Wits now. No stuns, baby. No stuns. What can you do?
I mean, that's just the way you have to play the game, you know, as an Nigma lineup. You have to accept some kills are not going to happen because your bushwhack is already expanded, you know. And if nobody is buying heals, ATOS or any like hacks, you know, you're just going to have to see those TPs complete, you know, and you can't do anything about it.
See, that's what I was kind of curious about, because we've seen some dev prophets go for the early ATOS, especially in games where your team doesn't really have much cash.
Yeah,
So,
because the Glamnia kind of is nice, right, for you, the AoE increase, for the silence, for the creep swarm.
yeah, I would think so. I mean, it's not, again, not an unnatural build-up, right? You got the health from the vitality booster, the staff as well. It's all stats that DP wants, so I'm pretty interested
Round 2.
to see... Oh,
Okay, nope,
Okay.
bushwhack
Yeah.
not landed.
unlucky. That's the one stun. EXO is now used. Unlucky. Yeah, but I was saying, I was kind of curious because I feel like this tells us a little bit about what Nigma think their timing is. Smoke's gonna get spotted by some illusions. I'm not sure whether Nigma Galaxy noted that. South America rejects down the prowl though. Blink Dagger available on Frank. They want to put it to good use. Spotting out Noob for now. Nice silence to start, but the power rise comes through anyway, and you don't have a save. The bushwhack is not really a factor. to be
Sharpshooter,
honest
he
with
needs
you.
to dodge.
Just body it. Just body it, brother. Frank's gonna tank that one for his team, and Omar will slowly but surely get run down. Easy chase on. Squirrel not going nowhere. So Frank's gonna secure that kill. Really nice set of plays from South America rejects. They bait out the EXO in the bot lane, and then they get a set of 2 kills.
Yeah, good couple of kills there. Another smoke pop. Schofield has 0 mana. He just popped a smoke and he has 0 mana. What the hell? Okay, they're trying to come from behind. They're going to sandwich Nigma Galaxy. Let's hope
Oh, he's
it
getting the
works
third Lotus. He's got a mad mana now. That's a greater healing Lotus and a big rat. Pulverize in. Again, they know there's no hoodwink
the
here, so
silence.
no stun.
No
The
egg.
Doom comes through. The silence is there. The egg comes out, but it's far too late. But South America rejects, they don't want to stick around. They're a bit too worried about the Vi. Schofield will go down. So the wraparound kinda doesn't pan out. Nigma Galaxy, they get
I mean, they
a
got the
Skyref, I
TV.
guess.
Bro. They got the TV for Sky. It's okay. That's
Okay,
fine.
now they might get Omar too. Here's El Misho. Oh, he.
All right. Don't mess with the
As-
hoodwink.
Yeah, no. That was a bit unlucky there. Good try there from El Misho. Can't blame him for that one. But overall, they get the TB.
They get the TV, and I mean, I gotta tell you, man, this hoodwink hero. Whenever you try to kill this hero and you don't kill her, and she kills you, it's gotta be the most tilting thing ever, you know.
Yeah. I 100% agree.
And this game, well, we might see an actual game, you know, for once in this series.
That's what we've been waiting for. Enigma Galaxy definitely punching back, but they're still at the mercy of South America Rejects and when they want to fight at the moment.
Hey, if there's no fighting, I'm sure Nigma is happy. They're farming everywhere. They have a TB, they have a Bristleback farming, Death Prophet's also farming. They're pushing the waves. Like the way their heroes push the waves are pretty efficient on the Nigma side. Especially with the Terrorblade. Don't have to show your hero.
Yeah, the one thing about Nigma Galaxy, regardless of how many stuns they have, they will always find ways to clear the waves, right? That's their number one priority, being able to play the map. And we see
Yeah.
that here.
You know they have more than one stun, Mike. The Phoenix Egg is also a stun.
Yeah, 1.5, let's put it. I think that's fair. Oh, that's unfortunate. Smoke over a ward and the sentry right out of range. So South America Rejects know this is coming and they're all going to split on the other side of the map. You already see Frank coming through the twin gates to try and play on the top side. Maybe they'll actually go for a gank on
Wait,
Devi,
that-
who's left all alone up there.
Is that actually out of range? You really don't see the ops with the
I
sentry?
don't think so.
It looks like it's in a circle though, I mean, on my screen. But meanwhile, Davai dies, you know. Sorry, I distracted you. I take the blame there. I
No, you
came
didn't
up
distract
with
me at all. I was watching. I mean, me and Glenn were watching that kill. You were the only one investigating that ward circle, brother. I'll be real with you. There's a very obvious ward being placed. I think the courier gave it away a little bit. Damago, he's now baiting under the tower. He's surrounded by 4 heroes, but he's got backup coming his way. Instant BKB ready to respond and backs away right now. Omar silenced up, not able to sharpshooter. Meanwhile, they got the Doom out onto the Phoenix. Wits from the sidelines able to catch that support. And now South America Rejects, they're on the prowl. Wits just using the vision on the back line. Nice silence, saving Rincy Q. As Nigma Galaxy, they need to retreat. They still have an Ig to play with, but they don't have their allies around no longer.
And to get the tower, there's no need for them to stay, you know.
Oh?
Uh-oh. Nope. He doesn't want to stay, but he has no choice here. His TP gets cancelled.
It could be a little bit awkward because Nigma, they still have that egg, but you can just lasso Noob away. A bit of a counter synergy there. X-Marks actually gets the Death Prophet back to safety. You gotta note that both teams have an Observer Ward Planter in this area, so they were very clear on what was happening. And it ends up being South America Rejects who have to be the ones to take the back foot, and they lose the tier 2 tower here in the bot lane.
Enigma are just getting a lot more farm right now, you know, on the map. Pushing towers, securing areas. They get most of the jungle camps on the bottom side, you know, so they are very, very happy with the state of the game right now. And gearing into the Tormentor Roshan timing soon.
We see
And
the
South
go
American
for his,
reject. South
sorry,
American
please.
reject side, they are definitely going to have to try to stop Nigma from getting away with too many of these objectives. You know, they have to fight. They have Radiance done on Doom soon, Midas Radiance, so maybe he's gonna be starting to come to the fights more. Like he's not been really doing a lot, you know, the past 5-6 minutes, you know, on the Doom. Just wants to farm.
Is this a hero that you're happy to take into the late game versus what Nigma Galaxy have?
I'm not sure though. I mean, Doom is, yeah, I mean, you're a very strong late gamer, you know, but we already brought this up, you know. There's so many heroes you need to Doom, you know. The TB, the Death Prophet, the Bristol, maybe you can argue even the Phoenix.
I've seen GH pull off some crazy Aghanim Scepter egg saves before. This feels like it's a bit overdue. Nigma Galaxy getting into the Roche Pit and being able to grab it for themselves here. They know that the Doom was used earlier.
Tower is under attack.
Maybe able to get the Aegis for Devi. So Devi scaling up himself as well. Goes for his signature BKB first on the Bristleback. and then into the SNY. So he's going to be doing some serious damage in these fights.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's not a very good Doom target. You definitely don't want to be dooming the Bristleback now.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
The goal's being run down. Surely you just TP away here before the Hoodwink comes through, but not feeling confident to do so, not knowing where she is.
He might be in trouble right now if he doesn't react.
He is.
He
Has the
reacts.
BKB. Meanwhile, Frank able to get a solo pick off onto GH. Had the help of Wits and Schofield there. Meanwhile, El Misho going down. So action happening on all sides of the map. They doom the Phoenix in that instance. Damn, okay.
It's GH. You
True.
gotta do what you gotta do to take him out of the map, you know?
I can respect that. But with the Doom being used, that means this Tormentor is just Nigma Galaxies for the taking. We're kind of seeing a repeat of game number 1, right, Winter? Even though South America rejects feel like they're a bit ahead, it's Nigma Galaxy who are playing the map better and getting all these objectives.
And the longer the game goes, I think I would favor the Nigma Galaxy lineup, I think, overall. I don't know if the Primal late game, because I know Primal late game is also pretty scary. Aghanim's, Bloodstone, Shivas, you know. With the shard as well. I don't know if you'll be able to overpower the Bristleback anti. Maybe you can, you know. 'Cause I'm not exactly sure how this would look like in the late game. On paper, you should always be more comfortable siding with the side with Terrorblade, Bristleback, you know, Phoenix, DP. But I think in practice, maybe the Primal can actually do something we don't expect him to do. You know, maybe he can actually carry the game with the Bloodstone Aghanims.
Is under attack.
Yeah. I think one thing that's a bit unknown to me is how this DP will scale. I feel like this is a hero that had a period everyone was saying, you know, she's kind of more of a mid-game hero. Late game, it gets a bit linear and awkward. I'm not sure whether much has changed about that. So I'm interested to see because
I
Noob's
don't
gone.
think so.
Yeah, that's the interesting part, right? I think Noob was initially looking at a Bloodstone first. That tells me that he thinks, okay, I can scale up and I can become a threat later on. I just don't know whether that's true. I mean, we'll see, because at this current moment, 2 games down, Nigma Galaxy 1 game away from being knocked out of this DreamLeague Division 2 at 2nd place. Got some nice vision onto Dark Mago, but out of sentry range now. Will manage to walk himself away. Gotta watch out for the courier. Oh, okay, it's just a bracer. It's not that big of a deal. Thought I had a big item on it or something of the sort.
Just a bracer.
Obviously,
Yeah.
he'll lose it anyway. But he sold the... Wait. Oh, yeah, he sold the bracer. I thought Devi picked it up or some shit because he actually got a bracer in his pocket too. Okay. So
I
Nigma
wish
Galaxy
I-
now at this ages.
I wish I had room for braces, you know.
Attack.
Nowadays.
Radiant structures are fortified.
What do you mean? Like to buy the item in your game?
Yeah, I mean, you don't really get to buy them anymore because they're not so cost efficient. I remember back on one of the patches where you would buy brace. I don't remember which patch it was, but you would buy braces on supports. I think it
I
might have been
remember
the double, because it doubles right after 20 minutes or 25 minutes. The stats give you a lot of survivability.
Yeah, super value. I just feel like we don't see the null talismans, wraith bands, bracers that much anymore unless you're a core.
Yeah, I get it, you know. It's no longer the support item, you know, nowadays. Nowadays, what do you get? Wind Lace. And then the cloak, the new cloak. The 10% magic resist.
Yeah, unless you're building the drums, the support build-up's a little bit awkward. It feels like you're either drumming or you're maybe essence distilling. And those are the ones that are comfortable. The rest of the items, like, you know, you buy an early shawl for about 600 a pop. It's alright. A little bit of magic resist. We're still kind of seeing Nigma Galaxy decide to take this game a bit slower. I just wonder what they're waiting for. I guess the Aegis is going to time out, so they don't want to force the issue just yet.
Under attack.
Waiting for the
this-
Metamorph, Mike. They don't have
Sure.
Metamorphosis. 50-second on cooldown still. He's gonna have it. He's farming his BKB.
Okay.
Yeah, who do you actually want to doom, yeah? I think there has to be a serious conversation about who is the doom target. If DP hasn't popped Ghost, I guess you can doom her. But if she's already popping her ghost, I think you shouldn't doom her. You probably want to doom, I guess, the Terrorblade. Because Terrorblade can sunder and save the doom target, so Terrorblade should be also pretty high up in the list.
Yeah, I mean, you're taking the carry out of the fight, right? That's a pretty big deal. Lotus Orb going to come out soon for Divide, though. The potential for reflecting the Doom or the Lasso. Even the Pulverize. I mean, there's so much single target, like you keep mentioning. That's the way SAR like to draft. Could work against them if Divide's quick with it.
Yeah, this game is going to boil down to one big team fight. Both sides just dodging, avoiding each other, just trying to farm to their item timings. Wit is 0 and 0 still, on his carry Doom. 0, 0 and 5 assists.
Just
So
chilling.
we know he's been just focusing on the CS. He has his BKB done. Radiance, Midas, Facebook's BKB done.
Frank spots himself a free squirrel. I get silenced up. He's actually surrounded. This could be pretty awkward. BKB TP out.
Yeah,
The Nightfall.
who says it's free? It's not a free squirrel. How dare you claim the squirrel is free?
Okay, well, to be honest with you, I didn't even see all 5 Nigma Galaxy heroes just wrapped around that area. I thought Frank had backup. And Frank was very much solo mission up in there.
Is under attack.
The beasts need no backup, Mike. He's
That's
the
true.
primal beast.
That's true. That's true. You're onto something. I gotta say that's pretty true.
Bottom tower is under attack.
A hero like Crystal Maiden would definitely need backup,
Everybody else
Primal
need a little
Beast.
bit of backup. Yeah.
Primal Beast, you think he needs a backup? No, man.
Radiant's top tower.
Okay, that's the metamorphosis that you spoke of. BKB coming out in the courier as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Radiant's
SAR side, they want to keep farming, and it still feels like they're not exactly ready to fight, even though Doom just purchased BKB. They
What's
have
up? Misha's
another
gonna get
BKB.
caught here. Oh.
Okay. He is caught. He is down.
Dire's
Yeah, if they're not fighting on their triple BKB timing, when are they going to want to fight here, I'm not sure if you're ever going to get like another big timing anytime soon, Because you're looking at Bloodstone, Shiva's shard, on the primal. He's going to need another 5-10 minutes to finish all those items. Doom... What do you even buy as a Doom here? I've seen Echo Sabers quite frequently on carry Dooms. But does it help
Because of
you
the
here?
harpoon, right? Like the buff
Yeah,
of
you
that.
get the harpoon and you're very mobile in the team fights.
It seems like he wants SNY for now. That's just a feel-good item, I'd say. It doesn't
Yeah, I
really
mean-
change the like complexion of the whole game. I don't know. Maybe South America rejects are just fine with this current game state, right?
Wait,
They're
does
just
he
pushing out the
have-
waves, dodging Nigma.
Does he have a problem sticking on the targets? I feel like that's not the problem, right? He doesn't have like the armor, to stand up against the TB. Because it's all physical damage. TB
Yeah.
is physical. Bristol is physical. That Prophet is physical. Everything is physical. If you
Oh,
don't have
I have an
armor, you're
idea.
gonna
I have an
die.
idea, Winter. You know what you buy with all your net worth? You buy the new item. You buy the Krella's Crozier. Just go
Yeah,
in there.
You buy that. You stand next
Yeah.
to DP. You drain all her regen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Drain the region, drain the move speed. They can't hit you. You're laughing at them. Doing Scorched Earth
Yeah.
Radiance damage. Could be height.
You might be onto something, Mike.
The right click's a bait, brother. I'm telling you. You try to get in there, stick onto here. Right click for what? Just do the AOE sap.
Yeah.
The AOE suck. Hey, Frank's gonna snatch away that AD rune that will allow Nigma Galaxy to note the position of South America rejects.
this
Both
is
teams on high alert because it's Roche
Very
time,
big
baby.
room. It's a very big room for Frank. If he can use it to find an initiation, blow a hero up, that would be great.
Oh, that's so annoying. Schofield just on the side of that ramp there breaks the smoke attempt from Nigma Galaxy, but they don't seem to know he was in that position, so they
He has a
continue
gem
downwards.
again. Schofield and his gems, man.
Yeah?
The man likes his jewelries.
I'm not sure whether... I think that Ward spotted the smoke on the very, very end of it. So Nigma Galaxy know this is coming. They're going to position themselves on the high ground now, ready for the fight.
A very critical fight here, Mike. Who is going to come out on top? The smoke breaks.
That's the one stun. In comes the Primal. Starting to pulverize onto Noob, but BKB comes through. Rinsty, he's being focused
he's
down,
down.
though. He couldn't even sunder. Really nice backstab play from South America Rejects, and now Nigma Galaxy, they need to try and regroup. Wits, he's out of a BKB and looks like he's out of life as well. No Terrorblade, no problem it seems. The Vi can still clean up.
Yeah, the Doom has basically no armor items, you know. He has move speed items, so he can't really stand and tank against the DP and the Bristol. Even if the DP is dead, there's still too much physical damage coming out on the other heroes.
It's proper annoying to get anything done though. Look at Dark Mago, he's already cut the wave in the bot side. So even if you wanted to push perhaps the high ground in the bot side of the map, you're not going to have a creep wave to do that with. And just the Vi alone, maybe no Exorcism. You're not feeling too confident to head into the Roche Pit either. So even though Nigma Galaxy take down the carry Doom, there's not much they can really do with that fight.
Hey, can they just TP out with the TP and Roche? There's no Doom right now. If they can actually get the Roche, that would be okay for them. Do they have the damage? You know, that's the main question. They have Bristleback. They should have the damage. You know, Bristleback is a very good Roche hero with the Ghoul. And he also has the shot on top of it. Things are definitely very, very tense, you know, for both teams here. One wrong move could just end your hopes in this game. Especially for Nigma, you know, they're 2-0 behind. They have no more room for error.
I will say though that the pieces are starting to come together for them, right? Shiva's complete for GH. These eggs are going to be impossible to kill. The second GH Supernovas, I feel like you need to bail from the fight. Looks like they found Frank. Doesn't have his BKB for another 8 seconds, but has that easy onslaught out. The Vi will still give chase though. The rest of the backup is here. Lotus reflecting the lasso, but it's not gonna matter. Looks like the 2 supports will get gone on. Omar's gonna go down. GH spotted. It's clear as daylight. The
5
egg,
seconds
could just
for
back
Doom,
up
right?
and chill.
They're gonna have Doom soon.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
coming
think
around
Nigma
the
are gonna
corner.
stick around for that one. He's gonna
He
try
finds Rincy.
Damago. Finds Rincy indeed. BKB buyback. Nigma Galaxy want to try and stand their ground, but Metamorphosis was used. So at this point, if you can back up on South America Rejects, this is so free for you.
Damn,
Nigma Galaxy, they need to try and force something.
That was very, very expertly done by the South American rejects. Like, they don't force anything. They're poking and prodding. They're not full committing. They're just waiting for Nigma to use one of their buybacks or their big cooldowns and then just backing up, you know. Very, very nice execution.
Yeah, this is something that we noted from SAR. They have the discipline that in the past, a lot of these South American teams used to lack. Maybe in an alternate universe where they don't have Vintage whipping them into shape, they're just maybe chasing, getting a bit too kill hungry, and throwing away the lead that they have in this moment, but not this version of South America Rejects. They very quickly become the pride of their region at this point, holding the flag high and maybe about to topple Nigma Galaxy in this 3-0 Grand Finals. Listen, the job's not done yet. I want to try and get a Roche, want to try and get a good fight. They know Metamorphosis is not available. They're on the prowl. Found themselves a squirrel. Easy pickings there, both not even needed. More like a celebration, if anything.
Yes, no buyback, Mike.
Sheesh.
You already use it. Is Roche going to be on the cards right now for the South American reject side? They don't have the best Roche lineup with their heroes. Can they? What the hell? They're trying to do it?
Yeah. I mean, no Hoodwink for 50, and they know there's no Metamorphosis.
Okay, maybe I underestimate how much damage they do.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because whenever we see the Kunkka, we think of it as this hero that plays like a tank and then sets up for the team, but not Dark Mago. This has been his signature hero for what feels like forever, and he's always gone for this scaling build. Silver Edge, Crystallis, and the Sanjin Yasha, he's putting out some serious deeps in the fight. He is to be respected. We're gonna try and trade the Tormentor for it. Nigma Galaxy at least getting themselves something on the map, but yeah, I mean, South America Rejects, they definitely have the damage between the Doom and the Kunkka.
Even the Primal has a lot of damage. He has his 20 talent now. The extra damage from the Trample. He's working on his Bloodstone. And he already has his Aghanim plus shot. Now even the Primal does so much in the team fight. You know, Frank is 5-0 and 7, also having a phenomenal game, you know, on the Primal base.
Yeah.
Now imagine if he somehow gets to the back line and he has a break, you know, against the Bristleback, you know. Those are very, very scary things in the team fight.
Oh my goodness. The Hoodwink just lost half her HP into one shot from Dark Mago, and Dark Mago will be fine. Because he can always just do that. BKB walk away, even as Frank in the wings waiting to help him if need be. And Omar, he'll suffer his 3rd death in the past 2 minutes. They've just been able to find this hoodwink routinely.
Yeah, it's getting really hard for Nigma to push out the waves right now. And if they're not farming the map, this is going to be super, super difficult for them to come back into this game. You know, right now, they're in a position where one more wrong move, it's going to be over for them, you know. And Rincy has to make sure he stays alive in the team fight to do out the deeps, you know.
There's so many different factors that need to go right for Nigma Galaxy. You're really hoping that they just fight into this GH egg. That's your biggest power right now.
Like, there's also the silence, right? GH has no dispel. Like, one silence from Schofield could just eliminate GH from the fight. So he has to
That's
play
true.
very, very careful with his positioning.
Not just
And
the
he's
series
very
of-
reliant on the Lotus on the Bristleback, you know, to save him, because that's the only way he survives in a team fight.
Yeah, but then if your Bristleback's trying to connect the Lotus with GH, then I don't know what your fight formation looks like on Nigma Galaxy. It's
I
gonna be
thought we
messy.
agreed. GH is the Sultan, you know, he's the king of the team.
I mean, sure, but at this point, even if he eggs, South America Rejects have shown before, they'll just walk away from it. There's nothing to stop that.
No stun
That's
Dota, right?
No stun Dota. It's gotta start feeling frustrating at some point. Nigma Galaxy, they just can't get their hands on any reliable kill. Sure, they're 10 on the board, but none of those really seem to matter at this point. The South America Rejects are taking this one slow. They're happy to scale. They've got 3 cores that can do tons of damage.
Need a hex, you know, somebody needs to buy a hex. Is anyone trying? Okay. Noob is trying to buy a hex. I think they need one desperately.
Look at how farmed El Misho is. He's just so good at finding net worth on the map with this Bat Rider.
Yeah, Aghanims, you know. All stuff,
Yeah.
Aghanims, dagger. Bro, he is actually... Schofield is the real pos 5 here, man. He's the
No, that's
4
true.
playing like a 5, and Amisho is the 5 playing like a 4.
Schofield might lose his gem though. That could be the start of something good. He's gonna eat a big Lotus. Try and
There's the
survive. The
backup.
backup is there in the form of Frank. Can they actually stick around and get the gem back? Doesn't seem like it. Exo was used. The Primal Beast will have to evacuate, so... Nigma Galaxy able to get something. Saw BKB. Frank's just gonna run it.
What? Frank just
Okay, they're gonna go for the 8. There you go. Yeah, I don't know what that BKB was about. Maybe
Okay.
thinking some
That
sort of
was
stun
strange.
would come through. I'm not sure.
What stun?
My
What
bad.
stun?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I misspoke. You're right. What stun was... What was he worried about?
I don't know, man. Better to be safe than sorry, I guess.
No, I guess. I mean... Oh, man. Yeah, this winter, this has been a bit of a flaccid grand finals from Nigma Galaxy, if we're being honest. I think everybody came today, wanted to put the bat chests out, you know, wanted to see Nigma continue their undefeated
Yeah,
streak.
I
but-
was also joining in, you know, putting my bad chest out, you know. Oh, Nigma is back, you know, they're the favorites here. Then, oh, alright, maybe I spoke too soon. South American rejects, maybe they are the true favorites, you know. They've definitely improved and elevated their game throughout the playoffs, you know, especially the last couple of series. They've learned a lot, like you said. They played a lot on this patch. They figured out a lot of things, what they need to do in the game. A lot more than any other team.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly they found a way to operate, you know, as a team.
It's so funny
the
you say
scope.
that, Winter, because we were
it's the
literally
scope
saying
we
that about
have.
Nigma.
Yeah, I know, right?
We were talking about how Nigma, you know, they've worked out this recipe, they got a good balance, but then
Yeah, but the
drafting
recipe
against
is
South
not
America
working
Rejects is
today.
like, yeah, I kind of feel like South America
but did
Rejects are
they
adding a bit of
change the
spice that they don't
recipe?
expect.
No, but did Nigma change their recipe today? Like, did anything
I don't think
change?
so.
They're also picking this sort of mid hero that can take areas, take towers, you know. Like Noob's been playing very similar type of heroes. But the problem is, right, because so you think about conceptually what both teams are trying to do. So Nigma, they are trying to spread their heroes across the map to farm as much as possible. So what South American rejects have right here is they have heroes that are very good at killing heroes that are spread out. Like any two-man combination, right? With the Sky, with the Bat. So in a way, right, I feel like maybe it's difficult for Nigma to farm across the map because they're always under pressure that, oh, this hero is missing, maybe I will get ganked on this side, so I cannot really push out the waves as far as I want to, right? Then they have to stick more, with their hero. And they don't have stuns and they're sticking, so they're not really getting the team fights that they want to as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's an excellent point. We were talking about how these two teams so different in terms of styles, but it might not be a two different style clashing. It might literally be a rock, paper, scissors. And unfortunately for Nigma, they're rock in this case, while South America Rejects are just rapping all over them, finding these opportunities just by playing their usual style. It doesn't seem like a good matchup for Nigma now that we're seeing it in action.
Yeah, this game, I feel like it's just a very good example of like two teams playing different styles, but one team is clearly having the edge, in terms of how both teams are playing. I think the second game of this series, you could maybe just attribute it to draft, because the draft was just, I think, difficult to play. But this game, even though we didn't really like the draft, at least for me, like no stuns and whatnot, but this is the way Nigma has been playing, this is the way they've been gaining a lot of success in the group stage and in the playoffs, they didn't really differ away, from their play style, but just having a hard time finding their moves. And no stuns through BKB, so... And Nightfall out of the way from Wits. It's fine. He breaks the entire smoke, and that was also the all-crucial Hex reveal, on Noob.
Yeah. They'll be very aware of that now in South America Rejects. Now, the upside is that Rincy is still really strong, and here's the Hex. Frank will get caught.
What?
No save for him. He's going to go down. That was uncharacteristic to say the least. Enigma Galaxy, they'll find a glimpse of hope here.
Did you get the memo?
It turns out not. I don't think so. Maybe the...
on the right, just literally like, 10 seconds ago with the Hex? Or 15 seconds ago.
There's
and
a chance.
That was a very costly mistake. No buyback, Mike. He has no buyback. He spent all
hear
his
you.
gold.
You still got to try and push past the Nigma goal, though.
He did not save for a rainy day, Mike.
He didn't expect the rainy day to come is the problem, but a double lasso! El Micho lands a killer blow! Out of nowhere! I mean, you don't need Frank when El Micho's gonna pull something off like that! Nigma Galaxy, they're still gonna try and turn things around. They got the counter Doom onto Doom himself, but Devi, you've got to watch your HP pool. Damago can do so much. And now they'll pull you back in. Now they'll cut you down. And it's a mega kill streak for Damago on his signature Kunkka. They're not done just yet. They got their eyes on Noob. It's bright as daylight, and the Death Prophet all alone in this river. No help. Only her ghost surrounding her, and she'll use the move that has plagued Nigma this entire game, the Nightfall out. This time, South America Rejects. They don't have a way to stop her. But what is there to stop? Nigma Galaxy, they've been completely toppled.
No, the true stopper is that showstopper move right there by El Micho, the double lasso. Like, he was the saving grace right there. You think they need Frank? Nope. All they need is a double lasso from El Micho. This is why you need to farm on supports, When your cores don't show up for work, you take their place as the support.
Yeah, Micho's definitely clocking the hell in. What an amazing series from him so far. I mean, you talk about Schofield being the heartbeat of the team, but in a way, El Micho pairs that so perfectly. Winter, you're always talking about how between the 4 and 5, there has to be a great balance. And I feel like between El Micho and Schofield, sure, they both started as Pulse 4 players, but the way they're coordinating in these games, it is beautiful to watch.
The yin and yang, as I would like to call it, the supports, the 4 and the 5. You know that feeling when you're playing with a partner, if you're a 4 and your 5 totally understands you and compliments you? That is the best feeling ever.
And here's Schofield again, just from the high ground, breaking a smoke. They spot him out with the reflection, but looks like the fight's breaking out. Frank getting the pulverize out onto Noob. He should be able to escape this without any worries. Even turns around and offers a rock for their troubles. Broken up is a Devi. You gotta be careful. Says the BKB to work with. El Micho, another double lasso! How does he keep doing that? How does he keep doing that?
That's GG. This is it. There's no way Nigma can come back from this anymore, man. El Micho just destroyed them.
I mean, all props to Wits as well. He saw the Lotus Orb, but he didn't give a shit. Just dooms himself to secure the kills. And yeah, El Micho, he has absolutely buried them. Wrapped the lasso around the Nigma Galaxy hype train and shut it all the way down. And Nigma Galaxy, they didn't really get to play their game. I mean, actually, maybe I misspoke. They did get to play their game, but it was all part of South America Rejects' plan.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is it, man. The end draws close. Axe Mark, they send bit back to base to refill. Reset, bring him back. I mean, Nigma just couldn't really deal with like because they don't really have initiation. They only have the hex, you know. They don't have the best initiation, so they're always playing with and hoping that when the Bat Rider jumps in, they're able to rear and somehow save each other, you know. But that was just not the case, you know, for the last two fights. Misho just getting the upper hand, getting the double lasso in both occasions, and just ending the fight right there, you know.
You would think that after 70 plus 80 games on this patch, perhaps the burnout would start to set in. Perhaps they'd start to feel a little bit of that tiredness, the fatigue, maybe a lack of motivation. Hey guys, we already qualified to DreamLeague. We top 6 at PGL. What's the point? But South America Rejects putting on an absolute clinic against the previously undefeated Nigma Galaxy. This game is what we came to watch.
Here to send a message. I heard everyone's talking about Nigma being the favorites here. We're here to prove all of you wrong, you know. Everyone is counting us out. Everyone didn't believe in us. But now you know who's the true boss of the Division 2 Season 4 DreamLeague, you know, here. Nigma is not the true boss, you know, it's the South American Reject side.
Absolutely. And the South America fans can be proud. For a long time, it was just Heroic bearing the flag, and even their coach Cavs was saying it. You know, they achieved so much success, but the real hope is to try and expand the opportunities for the region, right? If Heroic do well enough that they get direct invited to these tournaments, then suddenly a new slot opens up for a new team. But right now, with the way that South America Rejects are playing, they might just take that top dog seat. They are looking spectacular.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, but can they do it week in, week out, you know? Can they be consistent, you know? That's going to be another question they have to answer.
That's true. I mean, they've been consistent so far. That's more than you can ask for at this point. They've had a real grind up to this stage, but on the cusp of calling themselves the Div 2 champions. Onto Divine. Oh, Divine, where did your HB go? Frank will disappear though.
Oh, he didn't pop
Not
BKB.
respecting. He did not
Frank.
pop the BKB. But Lasso comes
Right,
out. This
not
time
the-
they only
not
get
the
one, but
double
the Doom
lasso.
onto the DP. Double Lasso. El Micho now dropping low. El Micho will go down. The buybacks here from Frank. Nigma Galaxy. They have the team fight in the circle that they wanted with the save from GH's Agonyms. Something we didn't talk about just yet, but the Phoenix has that all-crucial item. We're talking about South America Rejects paving the way, being the new champions, but they're not there just yet.
Yep, it's not the end of the shift yet. They're close, but they still need to get the job done. You know, Frank uses his buyback. He picks up a Shirun and he's eagerly waiting for a moment to pounce. And Metamorphosis ending. He wants to go, but Nigma uses a scan, so they know there are heroes nearby here.
Still tense moments. The Metamorphosis used, like you mentioned, and I mean, South America Rejects, they've shown this discipline so far, but now they need to know they can't just run up into the overwhelming damage that Nigma have. If you
And
just
they're still
eat the egg,
getting ready, you know. I don't know about them backing. You know, I think they still want to fight. They're waiting outside the base patiently, waiting for a fish to swim out to the open. All the fishes are hiding in the shallow zone. And the South American Rejects, they're waiting in the open, waiting for a target here. Nigma are going to group up as 5. They're bringing everyone to the triangle, trying to defend this last bastion to farm.
and these past few minutes, Frank has been caught sleeping from time to time. He's not going to want to
He
pulverize
needs
his
to drink a
locus.
cup of coffee right now. ASAP.
He does.
Need some nicotine. Wake up.
Still gonna come through. Pops the BKB this time, starting to do the damage. You have to force staff, try and get on out of here, but Devi, he's just dropping so low. In comes Wits. Cuts him down,
double
and
lasso.
another
They
double
get it.
lasso again, dude. I mean, you're gonna buy back on Hoodwing and DP. This just looks way too easy for South America Rejects when Frank can go in unpunished like that. Gonna try and fight back. Big damage coming out from Noob. Feared away is the primal
Meta
beast,
pop.
but the bushwhack won't connect. Nice 4-staff away, and here comes Dark Magol,
I
ready
think-
for the cleave.
You use your ghost, you use your meta, it's time to back off, South American Rejects is backing off, just waiting, just resetting.
Yeah.
Again, very disciplined play, not overplaying their hand, even though they have 5 against 4 right now. Still 1 minute on the Aegis, so they still have time. 15 seconds and they get another lasso. I mean, Elmisho again, like finding the good, the good lassos to start the fight.
Yeah, we're watching the Elmi show here, to be honest with you, at this point. It just
he's
keeps
the
on
MVP, hands down.
pick, right? But in our minds, it's always this off lane. But when Elmisho can do stuff like this, I mean, South America Rejects, the problems in terms of heroes you have to look out for just start to stack. You got Frank off lane, Queen of Pain. You got Elmisho bad on 5. And now, you might just be losing the grand finals. Thinking about a lasso, sees a Lotus. Will just use it on himself just to try and take down Luke. There's the save. Wits is in trouble, loses the first life. Having to reset now, South America Rejects, but they can't get through the defender's gate. Rincey starting to slice onto Schofield, save for now. In comes Frank. Has the pulverize BKB. Reverse the Doom out onto that poor Terrorblade, but he buys back. He's ready to take another fight, but Dharma Go is cleaning up the backline. They can't stand up into this Kunkka, and the lasso comes on through to the Bristleback. They just mow down these heroes, out of resources and out of lives to work with. Nigma Galaxy. Frank is just into the fountain. They are feeling so damn good, and they have every reason to be, because they can now call themselves the champions of Division 2 here in Season 4. They've not just secured themselves the DreamLeague Season 29 invite, but they crushed Nigma underfoot on the way there. And wow, what a stylish way to do it.
Yeah, maybe it's time for a name change. They're no longer the South American Rejects. They have to come up with a new name. A new and nicer name, I think today they showed us all why they are no longer the underdogs. I think they have what it takes to, to bring their game and elevate their game to another level so that they can compete with the best teams around the world. And even in this series, even though it was like a 3-0, but you could see that they've clearly improved in a couple of areas in their game. I think especially the discipline side, they've I think had a lot more discipline compared to in the past, where they're not overextending too much. They are not overplaying their hands. They respect their opponents with buybacks, their ultimates. Despite being like sometimes 20k ahead, 15k ahead, they're still really, really calm. They don't, I think, chase too much. They just back off. They secure their advantage. They compound their advantage, and they slowly but surely win the game. I think this is something that we didn't really see a lot from most of the South American teams. Whenever they get ahead, we oftentimes feel that they would just somehow, somewhere throw the game away, and everything would just go down the drain. Not this time for South American Rejects. They made the early game work. They made the mid game work, and they kept their advantage, and they were able to close out the game.
It just feels like they have such good awareness of when they are strong and when they can fight, right? I think that leads to the discipline as well, because when everybody's on the same page, you can see as soon as it's time to leave a hero to die, they're all backing up. As soon as a meta is used, there's no confusion. There's never a situation where it feels like, oh, why is it fine?
They're also very, very good at like passing around the responsibilities. Like some games you'll see, oh, Schofield is carrying this game. And then in this game, Schofield had a really bad start, but Elmisho is carrying, Or some games, Wit is doing really well, so he's doing the majority of carrying. And then some games, it's Dark Margo, on his Queen of Pain, for example, I think this is a very good sign of a team that shares the burden of carrying the team to victory. It's not on just one person, or if this person doesn't do well, then everything is going to go to shit. I think South American Rejects, I think quite confidently say that everybody has a role, and on a given day, someone can carry the game. Anyone can carry the game, even the supports.
And that's what's so scary when we talk about the top tier teams, right? I think this kind of description is often given to a team like Tundra, perhaps the most dominant one across the entire season, because any one of the positions 1 through 5 can just step up on a given day and make your life hell. And that's exactly what happens here, right? We talk about it being the Elmisho show, but then this Kunkka from Dark Mago, he's just absolutely slapping you to smithereens. It's a very painful way to go for Nigma Galaxy, and hopefully they're able to learn a little bit of something. So in case you're just joining us, I know it was a bit of a one-sided grand finals, but let's revisit just how we got here. We have the top 4 bracket for you to look at again, because prior to this, Nigma Galaxy were undefeated for 18 games in a row, step right into this grand finals and immediately get slapped into the dirt by South America Rejects. Oh, Winter, that is painful.
Yeah, not something that I think most people expect, from the result today. I feel like everyone is quite certain that Nigma is going to be the favorite today, but no, South American Rejects, they showed up. They are here to play, they want to prove everyone wrong. They made a lot of improvements in their game. I think they totally deserve, this loser bracket run. They got kicked to the loser bracket in the first round of the upper bracket playoffs, and from there they worked their way back into the grand final, and they proved to everyone that they are a team to be watched. They are a team that can actually compete with the best teams over the world. So we're gonna see them in the next Dream League, and hopefully they do well. And show that South American teams can do it. It's not just heroic, but there's also another team that can come up.
Absolutely. Starting out from being sort of the rejects from Peru, they were pained for a little bit, immediately didn't work out for reasons unknown yet. But I mean, at this point, surely you've got to expect anyone who wants to be in any organization interested in hopping into Dota, these guys have got to be your top priority. They're just showing they're playing such an amazing brand of Dota. They are a fresh new face that everyone can really cheer for. And yeah, I mean, you can continue to cheer for them going into Dream League Season 29. That's going to be starting just about 2 weeks from now. Of course, with all of that being said, though, we do have to offer our commiserations to Nigma Galaxy. Even though they do lose and finish second place, they still make it to Dream League Season 29, right, where they will get a chance to redeem themselves. But then lies the biggest question, because we came into this series talking about both teams having distinct styles. I'm gonna be honest with you, Winter. I don't think Nigma Galaxy played badly. I think we both agree that they played their style, but it didn't really work out. So what do you need to do from this point? Because you've just suffered such a disappointing loss to South America Rejects, and now you need to prepare yourself for potentially tougher opponents in Dream League Season 29. What's the angle here? Do you need to find another strategy? Does that mean the recipe is not working?
It might not mean the recipe is not working, it just didn't work against this particular team because they found a solution. I think it's just a way of looking at things where you can't really maybe do the same thing against every team. Some teams will have like a way of playing against you, so you kind of have to diversify a little bit. You have to try to figure out, maybe we have to make some small little adjustments here and there, maybe use the bans a little bit better. I felt like overall the last game, I think the last two games, I just didn't really like the draft, especially the second game. The third game, maybe it was a little bit better than the second game, but it still felt like because they have a lack of stuns and there were a lot of limitations in what they could accomplish in the game. I mean, you could also argue that, they didn't play well as a unit, they fed a lot of kills here and there. Obviously, that's also true, but at the end of the day, if your draft gives you a lot more tools, right, to play around in the game, then you have options, but I felt like they didn't really have a lot of options. They had to stick together. They couldn't really split up, and they can't really catch. I think the problem is they don't really find a lot of opportunities to catch heroes. They're splitting up, they're farming, but then South American Rejects, they were finding the kills on them. So I think this is clearly a weakness of the strategy. And Nigma Galaxy, I think maybe with just one adjustment, maybe they need to change one of the heroes to have a little bit of a catch. I think maybe the last pick, then maybe all the problems would just go away. I felt like maybe it's just something that small, They just need to figure that part out, and they'll be able to solve this problem the next time.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the next time will be Dream League Season 29, where much tougher teams await them. We've got all the big hitters come into play. We've got Tundra, we've got Extreme, Aurora, Spirit, Bet Boom, the recent winners of Wallachia League. Everyone's gonna be there. And you should be there as well, because the festivities start on 13th May. That's just about 2 weeks from now. You want to stay tuned to all of ESL Dota 2's socials, and of course follow this channel if you're on YouTube, whether you're on Twitch, whether you're on another platform. Be sure to follow us up here. But for myself and Winter, and for Dream League Division 2, that's wraps. We'll be watching some of the best teams in the world compete in just about 14 days from now, and we'll see you then.
Turned on the dime when I saw you walking by.
you caught my eye, yeah. Ain't trying to waste my time, just standing in your line. Gotta take a shot for you pass me by. So you wanna be alone for a minute? Well, come on, tell me what's on your